what do you want to call it? Like grab ass season?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Except the Olympics are here, and every day I do get caught up.
Yeah.
Although I feel like when I get caught up on my Olympics during the day, they just replay them at night, and then that kind of
Well, can I just say that
ruins it a little bit.
I think that the Olympics are perfect for social media.
Yes.
Because I don't really want to watch them, but I do want to see the cool things that happen.
Yeah, the highlights.
It doesn't even need to be highlights. It just has to be like stuff like today there was a viral, it's like a 10-second clip of the guy.
My man scooting uphill.
Yeah, did you see that?
Oh,
that's the only thing I saw.
That's what I'm saying. I got caught up in cross-country skiing.
So that's all I care. Well, no, you didn't.
I did.
You saw a clip of a guy cross-country skiing up a hill.
But then I had
Same thing I saw. We didn't get caught up in cross-country skiing.
Negative, because then I went and sought out the entire thing of that guy cross-country skiing. And I will tell you, the uphill part of it was the most impressive part. But still, I got into a whole deep dive in cross-country skiing. And by deep dive, I mean about 9 minutes of my time, but it was still 9 minutes. The fact that son of a bitch went uphill on skis.
Do they always do that?
There's parts of the course, yes.
So why are we just now See, this is why social media is great.
Yeah.
Because I would have never seen that without social media.
Now,
So wait.
Yeah. Are we going to talk about TGL too? I hope.
Some dude. Well, we had the first hole in one. I mean, as Buck said it best. TGL has emphatically arrived, and the Super Bowl would kill for moments like last night with Neil Shipley.
It gives way to
the awkward celebration.
Boy, can we talk about awkward white guys high-fiving each other? What?
Yeah. Except one of them wasn't white.
Oh, that's true.
Minwoo Lee was in there.
Yeah, that's a valid point.
So
golf guys don't know how to properly celebrate. That being said, like, what do you do after the Super Bowl? Well, you TGL, and then you get into cross-country skiing. So, yes.
My Jayhawks.
We got to talk about that.
Yeah, we got,
suddenly there's a lot to get to.
But the video is of a dude, he's on cross-country ski, like full-on skis, but he's basically sprinting on them uphill. Like, it's really amazing.
Now, I knew that you skied, my family being all Nordic people, my grandmother, over in the Scandinavian countries, people love cross-country skiing. I think it's just because there's nothing else to do there, and it's cold, and you wake up one day, and you're like, oh, let's just go scoot around the ice. So a lot of my relatives, like my grandmother was a big cross-country skier. I knew you went uphill. I didn't know you went uphill like that. I was not aware that there was like a mile where you just go uphill.
Well, now you are.
Yeah, that's son of a gun.
Pretty cool.
And then it was like, I haven't felt more, I guess it'd be less like an athlete, realizing that guy scooted up a hill 6 minute at a 6 minute mile. I can't run.
On skis.
I can't run a 6 minute mile going downhill. This is like when the 8-month pregnant lady ran the 800 meters and beat me by like 30 seconds. That was the last time I was like, oh my God, that's how bad this is. A pregnant woman about to give birth dusted me. Now I realize that some Norwegian guy, or whoever that dude was, scoots up a hill faster than I can run down a hill. It's amazing.
Well, there's probably a lot of people that can do that. It's just training.
You think you can go up a hill for a mile?
Me?
Yeah.
No. But I do think there's a lot of people that could do that. I mean, that's what I took out of it. It's like when you look at that video, you go, wow, that's amazing what the human body can do. Like he's a machine.
Yeah.
But I mean, is there anything special about him, or is he just trained?
Well, he is in the Olympics.
Well, I understand that, but I think there's just a lot of people.
Did you just ask, is there anything special about the guy skiing uphill at the Olympics?
I sure did.
Wow.
Because I think there's a lot of athletes that could be trained to do that. This is the point about Olympics, and it's not all Olympic sports, but a lot of them are just the people that have, trained a lot. It's like Guinness World Records.
Yeah.
Same idea.
I guess. Look, of all the things that we were going to discuss, the Norwegian dude going uphill, I was not expecting to hear, is there anything really special about that? He won a gold medal skiing uphill.
Again, I think LeBron could do that.
Oh,
train him.
Well, I'll tell you what.
Train him.
See, now you've tickled me. 6'9" LeBron James on those. I'd like to see that.
He'd probably be better at it.
Have you ever tried the Nordic track?
Yeah.
Remember back in the day that was the thing? And then you get on it one day and you realize that you have some sort of like palsy and you can't work all your limbs together. Every person, I think, our age at one point someone in your life had one of those Nordic tracks and was like, oh, it's like, yeah, let's jump on this. And you realize this is the most awkward thing in the world. Now do it for real uphill.
Well, anyway.
I want LeBron to do it.
The Olympics are great.
Yeah.
I mean, kind of.
Yeah.
Social media is great for the Olympics.
Yes.
So that's what we got excited about today.
Yeah, for a while there it was curling.
Yeah.
And then
that was last night.
Yeah, so we curled.
Big moment.
Well, that goes without saying. So we had a big curling. This is curling.
And by the way, you're telling me that curling is a sport where people can't train to do that really, really well?
I've curled once.
Well, I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about there's just sometimes it's just proximity and effort.
Proximity. I think this whole line that you're going down is completely ridiculous, but this is where I'll defend you a little bit. I had this thought because when we were watching the BTJ and my daughter are all about the Olympics. They're loving it. And we were watching ice dancing. This was like over the weekend. And we were watching them. I learned that it's all about the twizzles. You have to twizzle when you ice dance.
Can you twizzle?
I can't. Well, no, I can't. There's no twizzle.
Could we teach you to twizzle?
I don't think so. I got
now,
bad.
See that one? Okay, so ice skating I think is different.
Yeah.
Ice skating.
It seems very.
Yeah, you have to be a certain.
Yeah. Because my gal competed when she was growing up in Japan. She was an ice skater, and I asked her about twizzling. I said, "What are we? The little spins, the twizzle?" And she was like, "Dude, that's so much harder than you realize."
Well, yeah, with blades on your feet,
and you're doing the loop-de-loop spin things. But my thing with the ice dancing, because they were making out the American pair. There's one gal on there is kind of hot, and they're trying to make her like a big star. She's in a bunch of commercials, and they're really pushing her. And so I was like, well, they must be the greatest thing to ever like exist in ice dancing. This is their 5th Olympics. They've never won a medal. And I was like, wait a minute. I'm being lied to. I'm being told that this is the greatest thing. 5 Olympics, and they've never won a medal?
It's propaganda.
I was like, what the hell? And then I started watching the ice dancing and the twizzles, and I asked myself, aren't these just the figure skaters that can't jump? Because from what I could tell, it was just, are they really like the best, or is there just 9 people that ice dance? All ice dancing is...
So we're saying the same thing.
Yeah, this is where I kind of got to your thing was...
So is it ridiculous?
So if I took the second best figure skater in the world, couldn't I just make that gal the best ice dancer? Because it's just, there is an element of that. How many people, the skeleton, or the luge, I forget which one's which. One, you scoot down a hill, and the other, it's, face first. How many people luge? Like, that can't be.
Exactly.
Yeah, that can't be that many.
Right.
But still.
So we suddenly, it took 3 minutes and we got you, we already got you there. We agree.
Yeah.
It's not all the sports, but I do think there are some Olympic sports.
Yeah.
It's true of world records, Guinness World Records. Yeah. Not all of them, but some of them. Anybody could train to do it. Not anybody, but there are a lot of people that could train to do those things. They just don't.
See, I have those thoughts, but I'm not going to poo-poo my man skiing uphill or the person, ice dancing I'll make fun of a little bit. But so curling had its moment, and then it was cross-country skiing, and now it's the luge and the skeleton. Whoever decide that their whole life's mission is just going to be to get on a death sled and then go down a hill face first as fast as humanly possible, I am intrigued by how that comes about. Because, yes, there may not many people that do it, but isn't that because you have a good chance of dying? Like, when you're like when you're a little kid, what parent is like, I got an idea. I'm going to strap your ass to this board and send you as fast as I can straight down that mountain. It seems a little irresponsible for parents to put their kids into that.
Well, and some of that, like skating, isn't that expensive? Like,
oh yeah,
you got to be rich and stuff.
Yeah, there no poor people are,
Yeah, not the poors.
I think that's why Tonya Harding was like people liked her is because she was kind of a poor.
She was from the trailer.
Yeah, and that's usually not a thing.
That's why we were pulling for her.
Right up until a certain point.
And then we realized she was white trash.
Yeah, you would think that we would
a little too white trash.
That's my point.
That's true. Yeah,
you can be white trash. You just can't. You can't go full trash. You gotta be. You gotta
She was full trash.
Yeah, you gotta be. Yeah, you gotta be endearing white trash.
There you go.
Now, who do you think? Can we power rank the top 5 white trash athletes?
Ooh, yeah. You probably John Daly's number 1, right?
Very good one.
right? I mean, there's no
very good one.
Is there another? David Wells got to be high on that list.
I think there's a lot of baseball guys that are white trash.
Yeah, but some of them again, like John Rocker, crosses a line to where it's just.
Well, what about Josh Hader?
Yeah, he's pretty white trash.
Wasn't he trashy?
Yeah, he's pretty trashy. But are we going lovable white trash, or are you just saying just full trash?
Yeah, find me one.
Yeah.
Who's lovable?
Daly's he's the gold standard.
I mean,
Daly's pretty lovable.
He's a mess, but yeah, kind of.
Yeah, but he's a mess. Like he was in Happy Gilmore too, playing himself, and people think that's lovable.
He's got a sense of humor about it, at least.
John Kruk,
yeah,
he got some white trash.
Randy Johnson seemed a little.
Yeah. Well, he seemed angry white trash. I think we were just all scared of him. Like no one really wanted to kind of question anything they had going on. That Red Sox team felt like there was a lot of white trash on that. You know, Johnny Damon and Euclid and
Ken Millar.
Yeah, like that had like a white trash sort of vibe about it. Kenny Stabler, right? Maybe all time. I mean, that's old school, but you ever seen photos of Kenny Stabler like when he was, I think at the end he was with like the Oilers.
He's like smoking and stuff?
Yeah, and he was like 33, and I swear to God, he looks like he's 58. Like Kenny Stabler he may have been the OG Fred Nablitnikoff. Those old guys from the NFL days, those were pretty quality white trash.
Is Brett Favre white trash?
Yeah, but he's gone full trash. Although he's gone so full trash that now a lot of people love him. Because if you go full trash and then you just embrace all the evil, racist, sexist crap and you just lean into it, but then you like go like America, then one group of people will be, they'll love you no matter what.
Now, I don't know if he's white trash. He's more country bumpkin, but Madison Bumgarner.
It's a good call. Yeah.
He was just a little bit more.
Yeah, I don't think that's necessarily
He's not really trashy.
Yeah, country bumpkin's different than trash.
He's just farm boy.
Yeah.
There's a difference.
I'd say the same thing like someone saying the hick from French lick. Larry Bird, country bumpkin, not white trash.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, they're different. Yeah, it's different. Lenny Dykstra, there's white trash. There you go.
Seemed it.
Yeah. Well, seemed it.
Well, I don't know where he came from, but I just know his.
Yeah, that dude's. Yeah.
His, we all know his shenanigans. Anyway, there you go. White trash rankings.
Ooh,
Athletes.
Someone said Hope Solo. That's white trash.
Yeah. Seems it. Don't know much about her outside of.
She's pretty trashy.
Seems full trash though.
Yeah, she had full trash.
Yeah.
Full trash.
Yeah.
Big distinction between half trash and full trash there.
Yeah, it's really true. Is. You know, I think there's levels to it. There's like quarter, half. It's like a hat size. You know,
someone on YouTube said George Kittle.
Yeah, Kittle's got some trash in him.
He looks that
way,
but
it's kind of endearing trash.
But is he? He looks that way, but
yeah, he lives like in a barn.
What do you mean?
He lives like, I think it's in Iowa.
Is he like a cat?
Yeah, no. He like lives in Iowa and he has like a barn dominium sort of thing.
He's a
like,
farm cat?
Yeah, he lives in a barn. Like people come out to train with him and it's just, he's country. Yeah, Kittle's
Doesn't he have a reality show? Or did we see him on, we saw him on that, I forget what they called it, but that Netflix reality show, he was one of the guys featured on there.
Was he?
Yeah. And he seemed pretty fun.
Yeah.
And his wife and everything.
See, he's not full trash. He's lovable trash. Those are, again, it's different.
Well, we've already pissed off every Olympian that ever lived. How many Olympians do you think are listening to our show?
There's probably a couple.
Olympians and all white trash. We've made 2 people mad.
Yeah.
Well, but white trash, I mean, look, can you really be offended if you're white trash? I mean.
Well, a lot of white trash is proud of being white trash.
Yeah, right. Like Kid Rock.
Yeah. That guy's made
a career off of it.
Yeah, and again, now this is my point with the Brett Favre thing. If you go lean into it all the way, you'll come out the other side, and now you can be successful again.
Which is crazy, because Kid Rock used to be like a homie. Like his first album's a rap album.
Yes. Well, his whole thing, he's a rich guy.
Yeah.
Like his dad is a rich like auto dealer.
Right.
And then he went and did the urban thing and tried to make himself into rap, and then that got irrelevant, and then he made himself into like a rock and roll heroin stripper. He had like a sex tape, and then that went up, and then he went and did country, and now he just does the whole America MAGA thing. And there's people that behind the scenes will tell you that guy, he doesn't believe in any of that. He just needs to stay relevant, and he always manages to stay relevant, which is why you just lean into it and come out the other side. A lot of people do that.
Well, I'm glad we discussed it. It takes courage to do that.
Yeah.
I don't know if Steven knows what he's in for the next February, March, April, May.
Do some counting.
7 months.
When's it up?
Yeah, 7 months.
Yeah.
It gets fun.
Yeah.
around here.
Yeah, some people
We
say
get
this
loose.
this is like the trouble spot. Oh no.
Not at all.
This is where we
The
shine.
wheelhouse, baby.
Yeah, I think that's right.
These are those COVID casts. To this day, I still have. How did you guys do COVID? I don't know about anyone else. I had a great time during COVID. Plenty of ample parking, as fast as I want on the freeway, and a lot of leeway on this dumb show.
Bryant Reeves is another one that popped on the text line, but again, I think he was just a country bumpkin.
Country bumpkin is not white trash.
Yeah.
Now here's one, because he's a little like Steven, he's OG. Max Crosby is white trash, but he's OG lovable white trash.
Where's he from?
He's like an East Lansing, Michigan.
He went to
kid.
like Eastern Michigan.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah. But he's gone full. Like he's,
He looks like he belongs in prison.
yeah.
You know?
Oh yeah. But he seems lovable. It's kind of like,
Oh, I don't know about that.
I like Max Crosby. A lot of people like Max.
Jay Cutler.
Interesting.
Oh, I
YouTube
don't know.
comment.
Jay Cutler?
See, Cutler's seems to me
seems-
like country club.
I think he's privileged. He went to Vanderbilt.
Yeah, that guy's got more country. Now he's got a douche quality, but that's more.
He's Southern gentleman type guy.
There you go.
That's what he is
Yeah.
out there.
Tell you what, I'd have a drink with Jay Cutler though.
Yeah, he'd probably be, well, I don't know.
Look,
I'd rather have a drink with Kristen, if you know what I'm saying.
really?
Yeah, she's hot.
Yeah, but she seems insufferable.
Well, so does he.
Doesn't
bet
matter
you-
when you're hot.
Look, if
I could look the other way.
if he broke out a pack of American spirits and some Meisterbrow, I'd sit down and have a beverage with Jay
Didn't
Cutler.
he get busted doing something bad
He gets
recently?
busted doing everything.
DUI, I want to say.
Yeah.
He got a Dewey, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. And there was the footage was out. It was like big game hunting too or something, wasn't he? Or illegally hunting or
I don't know.
anyway.
I
Can
never-
you imagine those two together? Jay Cutler and Kristen Cavallari.
I watched that show, and I don't know.
I've
I
seen
I
it.
saw maybe 2 or 3 episodes of that. I could have predicted that divorce in 3, 2. He hated her.
Yeah, he didn't,
absolutely
I think
hated
he
her.
hates everyone.
Well, I can appreciate that.
And he would probably hate you when you sat down for your cocktail.
Well, that'd be all right. Change the fact that I'd bum a cigarette off of him. Smoking Jay Cutler is still one of the great memes of all time.
All right. Well, we got to talk about it. Okay.
Let's get into it.
Well, the Super Bowl's over. Football's over. We have a little room to breathe here. So, your hometown team, if indeed there would be something interesting to talk about regarding them,
The big win over the Sixers?
we would talk about it.
Dun.
Not necessarily, no.
That's a good win.
The topic is this this whole idea that they could leave.
Yeah.
The Blazers are leaving you in the dust.
There is an arena kerfuffle going on right now.
I guess I have to ask the question: is there, or are we going through the same process that
Well, Bill
they
Orm,
all do?
Bill Orm wrote an article, and people aren't happy about it.
Well, that's what columnists do.
I thought it was a very reasonable,
Is it fear mongering or is it a legit concern? We'll talk about it next on The Fan. Okay, so the Oregon legislature has a bill that they're talking about that would provide a framework for the state to jump in as part owner of Moda Center.
Well, they
along with the city.
Yeah, because the city owns the building. The Blazers gave it back to them, so it's on the city now.
Yes, but the state is saying, hey, we'll jump in.
Yes.
Because our taxes that we get from players that play there and acts that are there will help pay for the renovations, nearly $600 million worth. So there is a bill. So this is from KGW. A new bill has been introduced in the state Senate. This happened yesterday. The bill provides a framework for Oregon to share ownership of the Moda Center with the city using taxes on players, performers, and surrounding businesses to pay for the upgrades. The Trailblazers ownership group has been considering a roughly $600 million renovation of their longtime arena in Portland's Rose Quarter and wants the state to play a role in financing the project, as well as the city and Multnomah County. If you go to, I think it's, newmodacenter.com.
Yeah, the Blazers released kind of a vision of what they're
you
can
read through kind of what they're thinking. So anyway, $600 million is significant, and they need it. I mean, my God, that arena.
It's the oldest non-renovated arena in the league. We know there's nothing around it. I mean, we've talked about this.
Well, even if there were stuff around it, it's not a great arena.
It is not.
Like when you go in there, it's not like you want to be in there.
No.
Other than just watching the game.
Well, and I've heard the pushback from people being like, what's wrong with it? And I guess on its face, nothing. You go to an event there, you go to a concert, it's a building, you go and whatever. But
it's not nice. Here's what's wrong with it. It's not nice. It's not interactive.
There you go.
It's not particularly interesting. It's not fun.
Well,
it's all about what's happening. Like if you want to go watch the Blazers, that's where you have to go.
Yes.
Other than that,
yeah.
There is nothing good about that arena. The only way you would know that is if you went to other arenas.
Bingo.
But I think people who ask that, it's a fair question. Like, well, what's wrong with it? It's just but go to other arenas and go see some of the new stuff that sports teams are building, and you will see how far behind the Moda Center is.
If you go to the Climate Pledge, go down to the Chase Center in San Francisco. I haven't been down, but the Inuit Center now, the one that where the Clippers play. I guess it's unbelievable. Even where the Canucks play up the Rogers Arena up in Vancouver, and you will see a vast difference. And so whether or not you, the Blazer fan, or going to whatever concert is there, thinks that it's outdated, I can assure you that the guy that just paid $4 billion for the team and wants to recoup his money is not going to be thrilled about playing in the worst, I guess, the oldest non-renovated arena. And they said as much. When Adam Silver talked about the sell, I believe he said, not even renovation. He said, I'm assuming the owner will want a new building.
Well, of course. And that's part of why he probably bought the Blazers and why he thought they were a good buy, is that he knows that
there's leverage
that it's all going to be built up and he can get in on that. He's going to make a ton of money if they do this right. But I think the thing with arenas, you should take your cues from like Major League Baseball and some of the ballparks that they're building. And it's the idea that places that host sports events need to be as good, if not better, than the event itself.
Yes.
In other words, they need to be just as big of a draw. Because if you think about it, like, why would you go to Autzen Stadium unless you wanted to watch the Ducks play football? Now, if you had a brand new Autzen Stadium with all this all these bells and whistles and great food and great stuff for the kids and great places to hang with your friends and stuff like that, you'd be like, well, I don't really care about the Ducks game, but I love that place. It's a lot of fun. I want to go there. That's the ticket. And it's not just the event space itself. It's the surrounding area around the event space. And, of course, we all know that's how these guys are making billions and billions and billions of dollars. And that's how it's done, and that's what they need to do with the Moda Center. It's about time they figured it out. And the city and state, before you jump in, Stephen, the city and state they get it. I do not believe they will ever let the Blazers leave here. I think these people have their heads in the right space, even though we think that they have their heads up their ass 99% of the time, which they kind of do around here. In this instance, the Blazers, they are going to protect the Blazers here. They cannot allow the Blazers to leave, and I think they will prevent
the
that.
Moda Center is like if you were invited to a black tie party and you come up and you wear a collared shirt with a tie. Like, you look nice, you look fine, but it's not passable, and you don't look as nice as the other arenas, other stadiums that are around the NBA and any other city. Like, the Moda Center is fine for what it is, but you go look at all the other stadiums around the NBA. As Suk said, it's the oldest one that hasn't been renovated. Like, it just is old. It's a little dark. It's a little cold in there. It has to be bumped up. And if you're Tom Dundon, why would you want to go to that arena? Like, you can get a new one.
He buys it. I think he buys it with the idea knowing
right.
that he's either going to get a new one or a really nice, flashy, renovated one, and that's going to help him make a lot of money.
Right, and that's what I'm saying is that he's not going to buy the Blazers without knowing he's going to get something shiny. You're not going to buy something that's old and used up. You want something new.
Herein lies the one thing. So if you don't know, right? So, I mean, this is all framed around the idea of how does this get done? And this is where I tend to agree with you. I do not think that anyone in the state will let Portland walk. Well, I guess the Blazers walk, I should say. The city's not going anywhere. But at the same time, we're all under the assumption that $600 million is going to get this done. That's where I think this is a little foolhardy. Again, he just paid $4 billion to buy this team. We don't know what his intentions are. We don't know what his desires are. We don't know if $600 million is going to get it done. We don't know if he's going to want a new arena. But what I do know is that in every basic negotiation, and Joe Freeman had a column about his dealings with the Carolina Hurricanes. And in there, they have city leaders in there that we're talking about. They yelled at each other. They cursed at each other. They were spitting at each other. And one of them was like, I can't believe we got this deal done. Tom Dundon is not a dumb man, and he's not an easy man. He is not going to bend over and be like, oh, you're willing to give me this? Cool, I'll pay the rest. That is not the way this works. He is not a guy that's worth $30 billion, and there's very few of those guys that even worth $30 billion that build their own arenas. Everyone in the sports world uses the leverage of, I will take my ball and go home. And my guess is that Tom Dundon, whether or not they get this $600 million or not, is going to ask for a lot of things that are going to make people very uncomfortable. And they will use the leverage of, if you won't do it, someone else will. So it comes down to, what are people in the city and state government and local people willing to give Tom Dundon in order for them to keep the Blazers here? And is that good enough for Tom Dundon? So...
Well, that's all fair. It's just that I feel like all this is coming from the Bill Oram article where he said he feels like this has bad vibes and he hopes he's wrong, but he feels like the Blazers are going to leave. And I think that is a huge leap because, as you just said, we have no idea what Tom Dundon thinks.
None.
Can we not wait until until we actually know what he thinks and he actually comes out and speaks about this? That's not to say that we're naive to the fact that this is how these deals get done. Oftentimes it does get ugly. Mm-hmm. Oftentimes it does get scary. Oftentimes it does mean that he will have to, if he's forced to, he will have to go and try to create leverage and scare tactics. That it's how these deals get done. But the idea that, I mean, the only thing, I read Bill Oram's article, and the only thing in there that I raised an eyebrow about was he had a quote from a government official who said he's getting Clay Bennett vibes from Tom Dundon. And that I was like, whoa. Because Clay Bennett was from Oklahoma City. We all knew that he wanted to move the team to Oklahoma City.
And he did not put any sort of real good faith.
Now, Dundon, just so you know, is from Dallas.
Yes.
He has a team that the NHL team is in Charlotte. So is there a place where he has blinders on about moving the Blazers? I don't think that's true. Do you? I mean, there's no.
I have not heard anything. The one that always
let's
gets
just
you
wait to hear from him. I mean, I think it's a lot of fear mongering that doesn't need to happen. The city and the Blazers and this whole operation is behind on where they're at with the Moda Center, and now with Tom Dundon coming in, they're going to have to pick it up. But it sounds like they already are. Yeah. So I feel like we're already thinking catastrophically, and I don't think there's any reason to do that yet.
No,
I find it silly, honestly.
The only thing that gives me pause, and I've said this a million times, is we in this city, from the residents to the city managers to the state officials, We don't like to give out money for sports. And by the way, I say that all the time. I think the most crooked, well, I can't say the most, one of the most crooked things that we do in this country.
Not anymore.
Yeah. Is we give billionaire owners billions of dollars to build buildings and they get to keep everything. It's the biggest sham in the world. But as long as there's another city willing to give it to them, you are kind of at the mercy of that. And I know there's a city in Kansas City, or there's a building in Kansas City that has been trying to get an NBA team for years. I know Nashville is waiting with open arms. They're desperate to try to get another tenant down there in Nashville. There's lots of cities that will bend over and give you whatever you want. So I do think eventually, and you knew this, the only reason the Blazers are still here is because Paul Allen built an arena. It's the same reason that the Seahawks are still in Seattle. It's Paul Allen built an arena, which is why I was hoping that whoever bought the team had Larry was Ellison or Steve Ballmer kind of FU money, where he's like, all right, dude, I got $2 billion here. Let's build this. Tom Dundon's not one of those guys. And so he will use that as leverage. And then it comes down to, can you strike a fair enough deal between the city and Tom Dundon where you come up with something where the city, okay, so we're getting something out of it? Because make no mistake, we do get something out of this. Even if you're giving a billionaire hundreds of millions of dollars, we get something out of it. We get 40 plus dates of the Blazers. We get concerts. I mean, we need that in the city. Like, we can't afford another loss in the city. So we do get something out of it. But at what point is Dundon happy? Is he happy with $600 million? Does he want to build? Does he want a new arena? And to your point, Rob, we don't know. So let's wait and hear what he says. But there will come a time where if you think we are going to keep the Blazers and not give Tom Dundon hundreds of millions of dollars, you are fooling yourself. He is not buying this team to come in and then stroke another $1 billion check. So there is a reckoning coming. I just believe, like you do, that eventually calmer heads will prevail and everyone will come together and they will work out a deal.
And Dundon, the thing, well, we don't know exactly what he wants when he comes to Portland, but we can go off of what he did with Carolina. When he got the Hurricanes, he did have it renovate their arena right away.
And it was a dogfight. Like that's what I was saying. Joe Freeman wrote an article about it, and it got nasty. And he did pull the, hey, you don't want this, someone else will. But eventually what? And that was Raleigh, North Carolina, and the Hurricanes. It may take some threats, and there may be some scary moments. The NBA does not want Portland to move.
No, they don't.
The city certainly doesn't want Portland to move. I don't think the state leaders can fathom what it would mean if they left. And that gives Tom Dundon a lot of leverage, but that should be a good thing. It may piss you off, and you may not like him for a little bit, but ultimately I think that leverage is what gets this deal done.
Yeah, he's got a couple things. One, I think you got to play it. I don't know. I don't think you can come in guns a-blazing.
I don't think so.
To a market like this, particularly, he is in for quite a surprise when dealing with our government.
He doesn't
here.
know who he's dealing with.
He doesn't, and that not to say that they're tough, but he is going to be shocked at how we operate here. Yeah. And it's probably going to drive a man like him nuts. Yeah. But he's got to be careful because you're right. You don't want to come in and just piss off the whole city.
No.
So he's got a little bit of a delicate dance there, and
he's a smart guy.
It's all very political. It may get hot. It may get weird. It usually does. I think the other thing that before we break, the other thing that's an element here that is worth noting is that I believe that the NBA, the NBA has a say in this, and the NBA really has egg on its face from the Sonics Clay Bennett deal here in the Northwest. I really feel like Adam Silver is going to be quite an advocate to help the Blazers stay here if it gets weird, because he does not want that to happen again.
No.
Especially the year he brings the Sonics back to Seattle.
Yeah.
Imagine that. Like, think about all the crap that happened to lead the Sonics out of Seattle. NBA looked really bad. Yeah. Seattle got hosed for the most part. Okay. We don't need to rehash how all that happened, but it's just, come on, man. The NBA,
there was no good faith effort.
They screwed over a great fan base in a great city. Okay, so they've been waiting to right that wrong. They finally are going to be righting that wrong by bringing the Sonics back to Seattle. Hopefully they're voting on that this summer, and it's going to happen.
Yep.
And then you're telling me they're going to let the other Northwest team just waltz right out? Yeah. Not going to happen. Yeah. I think they're a very key player in this, and I also think that that's part of the reason. I'm sure they know They are the ones that do know what Tom Dundon thinks.
Yeah.
We don't.
Yeah.
They do because they had to approve him as the owner.
Yeah.
So I think there's a lot of stuff there that we don't know, which is why I think we just got to wait and see. We can't be.
No, don't.
We're already writing articles about the Blazers. He titled that "The Blazers Are as Good as Gone."
No.
That's what he said.
No,
he said, "I feel the Blazers are as good as gone."
I'm telling you, that got picked up, and that was not that was not the headline of the article. That's what he was. I think that's what he was pissed about. Is the national people picked that up and used that as the headline.
He says, okay, this is from his post on Twitter. I hope this column ages like milk and lands on Old Takes Exposed. I very much hope I'm wrong. I don't think I'm wrong. The Blazers leaving Portland is a distinct possibility. And then you click on the article and he says, I hope I'm wrong, but this is why I fear the Trailblazers could be as good as gone.
Yeah, there's a big difference between that and the Blazers are as good as gone. Like there's.
Well, he fears the Blazers.
Yes, there's nuance there. But that's not the title.
I just think that's a really bad. I mean, as good as gone already.
Well, again,
it hasn't even started.
Yeah,
the guy's not even owning the team yet.
No, he's not.
Calm down, Orem. Jesus.
There will come a time where this is going to get very uncomfortable for a lot of people because I hear the feedback all the time. What's wrong with Moda? Okay. Cool. You have that. You be your opinion.
I think it's a dump.
And the last time.
But I always get yelled at for saying that.
It is. And
I think it's a dump.
It is. If you go around the country, it's a dump. Just is. It's.
Steven said you said it was dark. It is very dark in there. Like it's like.
It's not.
It's not a good vibe.
It's not. But
it's old. It just has. It's old compared to everything else.
Tom Dundon, like I'm a Detroit Red Wings fan, and if you want to find a team that is more tied to a city, a blue-collar city, I give you it's called Hockey Town, for God's sakes. The Red Wings can't possibly leave Detroit. The Red Wings owners are way richer than Tom Dundon. And what did they do when they needed a new arena? They went to the city of Detroit, much like Portland, not doing financially real well. And you know what they told the city of Detroit? Yeah, look, guys, I'm going to need some money here, and I'm going to need some free land, and I'm going to need all the proceeds going here. And if you don't, I hate to do it, but... and that's in Detroit, in Hockey Town. So if you don't think that leverage play is going to get used, then you're fooling yourself. But I'm with you, and then until it gets to the 11th hour, I just believe that as bad as things have gotten in this city, everyone knows you cannot allow the black eye. You cannot, under any circumstances, let that team even sniff walking out the door. And I'm the first one over the last 20 years to tell every one of these rich billionaires, go F yourself. This is the one time where I would say, all right, well, shut up. Let's grab some socks. Let's pull them up. By the way, that freaking bridge is gone from, what, $4 billion to $20 billion? Shave $1.5 billion off that son of a bitch.
We can't do that.
No, yeah.
Let's bring that in at 17 and a half and spend the $2 billion and build the freaking new arena.
We need the light rail.
Crazy talk, too. Come on. Be real.
It's up to $20 billion.
The conversation was great until you brought that point up.
Yeah, can't shave any off that.
No.
There's no way we can come up with a little money for an arena.
Can we please just try to discern when we see articles or you hear talk show hosts or whatever? It could be us. Yeah. Just take it all with a grain of salt.
Not everything's
Let's
life and
hear from Tom Dundon at least once before we start.
Can we let him buy the team?
Exactly. He's not even the owner.
It's not. That bitch Jody is.
God. Yeah.
Sorry, Jody.
You think she's building us a new arena here?
That was rude. That was rude of me. Still pissed that you got that trophy and didn't thank your brother.
You mean world champion?
World champion, Jody
Allen. World championship owner, Jody Allen.
I'm sorry. Jody.
All right, we're way over. Let's go to Stephen with SportsCenter.
Now, from the George McCoy and Warren Allen Sports Desk, a SportsCenter update on the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
First on the Fan, the Pac-12 football schedule will be released tomorrow, but there are some details pouring out. The final week of the conference schedule will have a flex component where the conference can switch opponents for schools in that final week to potentially help them get teams into the college football playoff, but they will not have matchups between the conference championship game the next week. Should be pretty interesting. Charlie Woods, the son of Tiger Woods, has committed to play college golf at Florida State. was the 21st ranked golfer in the AJGA rankings. Raiders made it official today, named Clint Kubiak their head coach. He had a press conference, and during that conference, he said he really hopes that the Raiders and Max Crosby can figure out a solution to keep Crosby in Vegas. It was reported during Super Bowl week that Max Crosby and the Raiders' relationship was not good, and they expected him to get out. Mike Vrabel, the Patriots coach, told reporters today that despite rookie left tackle Will Campbell's struggles, Campbell will continue to be the Patriots tackle moving forward. There's approximately $133.8 million bet on the Super Bowl for Nevada sports books, which was a 10-year low according to figures from the state and gaming control. But despite that, Vegas still did report they won a net of $9.9 million. Three-time Cy Young Award winner Justin Verlander, he is returning to the team, which he started his career with the Detroit Tigers, signing a one-year, $13 million deal. Trailblazers beat the 76ers last night, 135-118. Tumani Kamara career-high 30 points. Blazers now 26-28. They'll take on Minnesota tomorrow on the road. For more sports scores and stories in 30 minutes, I'm Stephen Vaughn from the George McCoy Warren Allen Sports Desk. Hurt and missing work? Insurance companies acting like jerks. Don't call your mom. Call George McCoy at WarrenAllen.com.
What? A couple texts here. Fan text line can be reached at 503-864-6326. We have one of our listeners, one of our P1s, who is saying, hey, not so fast. I go to all the NBA arenas, and the Blazers isn't the worst.
A ringing endorsement.
He said, there are at least 5 to 10 worse. And that's what I said to him. I said, oh, wow, what a ringing endorsement. He's like, true. But he said it's not as bad as you're making out, and it's not the worst for sure.
It's the oldest unrenovated arena in the.
It is as bad because it's my opinion, right? Like, why are you telling me what I think? Every time I go in there, I think, man, this arena sucks. Yeah. Is it the worst? Probably not. But I don't care. I don't live in New Orleans or wherever, whoever has the worst one. Yeah. I live in Portland. Yeah. And honestly, I'd go to more Blazer games if the arena were cool.
I will tell you that I go to more hockey games that when I travel than I do NBA games, but for the most part, the hockey arena is the same as the NBA arena. Those are shared buildings. And I would say that I've probably been to, I'd say 15 different NBA arenas over the years. And yeah, the Smoothie King Center in New Orleans, and I have seen an NBA game there, that place sucks. But that's kind of the point. Like, you go to the Moda Center and it's not nice. Now, if you're ranking the bottom 5 to 10, they all suck.
Is there a ranking?
I'm sure there is somewhere. But I was just like, I'm trying to think of another arena that when I walked into it, I was like, ugh, this is bad. But the point is that when you walk into a nice one, the new Little Caesars arena that the Pistons and the Red Wings share, I mentioned the Chase Center in San Francisco is freaking amazing. Even the TD Garden in Boston, which is an older one, is really nice. And by the way, it's in like a good area too. And that's the other one. Not only do we have a crappy building, there's nothing around it. It's just it's exactly. It's a sucky place to go when inside the building isn't great, and it's not like I can walk across the street and do anything cool other than, I don't know, see like an urban camper. So you're getting two things that are kind of strikes against you, big strikes. And it's not so much that is it like dilapidated and terrible? No, but when you've been to good ones and you know what good ones look like, it will be shocking to you than when you go back to the one that you're at and be like, ew.
Well, I think, like you say, two big strikes. To explain that, I just feel like maybe this is lost on some people, that you have to understand that when in today's sports, the team is not enough to draw people in. So when you're Tom Dundon or you're Jody Allen or you're an owner, what you really want, and this is what Ballmer tried to do with the Clippers arena, is you want, whether the team is good or maybe in a down cycle,
still want to go.
You want fans still to want to go to your events. Like, it's an event to be there. It's more than the team. Yeah. If you create that vibe, and a lot of that has to do with the arena, you are going to make so much more money. And then you tack on the merch, and it's just cool to wear Blazers gear around here, right? Yeah. Or more cool. So it's that you're trying to create, and the arena has a big part of that. And the Blazers just don't have any of that. So in other words, and they still draw well because there's a lot of, it's a good fan base. Yeah. Okay, but imagine this arena in a city that was ho-hum about that team. It's way worse, dude. 100%. Nobody's going to that because their team isn't very good. Yeah. It's just that the Blazers have always been lucky that you are a good fan base,
and we're the only.
They've been very lucky.
Great fan base.
Well, and it's the only game in town.
Well, it is, but they're also just. Yeah, it would be interesting to see what would happen to the Blazer fan base if baseball came or something else. But it's
which is why they can't lose them. Right?
Yeah,
the whole thing. They cannot lose them because the fans are too important.
And the NBA knows that. Yeah. The NBA knows that. Yeah. But what you have to do as a team, and I think it's a disservice, I think the Blazers have done a disservice to you as fans for many years in this regard. They have to help you. You're the ones that want to be rabid about the team, and they do everything they can to make it so that you're not.
They take you for granted.
It absolutely.
They have taken the fan base for granted the last
that's always
10,
been my
15 years since Neil O'Shea got here.
It's always been my biggest gripe about that franchise, and if they're not careful, they're going to get burnt. Now, how does that happen? Well, it's already, all the fear-mongering is already starting. So we'll see how this all goes, but I think the Blazer fans deserve better when it comes to the arena, and that in turn with, when it comes to the team. Hopefully this new owner will create that. Because as much as they love Jody up in Seattle, no one likes her down here. Like no. P15 said it on the text line. He's like, he said, where did he say that? He said it's funny how much Blazer fans hate Jody Allen, how much Seattle Seahawks fans love her.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, listen, they have a nice new arena up there. Well, I guess she doesn't own the hockey team, but the football stadium is amazing. And they just won 2 Super Bowls in 12 years. So if Neil Olshey and the Mason Plumlee project had actually worked, then you would probably love Jody too, because you'd be like, oh, wow, what a great owner. Yeah. But they've sucked, and their arena sucks. And so it's like, well, what is she doing? So it's all how the team is doing. Yeah. And the team here just hasn't given you much to cheer about other than Damian Lillard for the better part of, my God, 15 years, and certainly all of the years that Jody has been in charge.
Yes.
So so no wonder they hate her.
I found 2 lists. One has Moda Center at 18th, and another one has them at 23rd. As far as, and I guess this was before Inuit was built, so I don't know. You're somewhere in that, let's go 18 to 25 range. So,
but you're so right. Like, it's
Tom Dundon.
That comment right there kind of sums up the Blazer fan base, though.
Yes.
They're kind of okay with, we're okay. We love our little players. We love our guys. They're going to be great.
And they should demand more.
They need more.
And here's the thing. It doesn't matter what you, the fans, demand. The guy that is about to spend $4 billion, he will demand more. Again, when the commissioner of the NBA talks about the sell of the team, you can go find the quote. I didn't say this. Adam Silver did. The quote was, and I'm having to paraphrase, I don't have it in front of me, and he talked about the ownership group, and he said, and the new owner will want a new building, I'm assuming. He's not just saying that for no reason. He's letting you know.
Yeah,
when you write a check for $4 billion, you don't want the oldest arena that hasn't been renovated in the NBA. You're not going to stand for it.
It's 2 different discussions, though. I mean, of course, that's just the way it works. And it kind of sucks because there will be a lot of fans that, or not even fans, there will be a lot of people in Portland that once this gets going,
they'll be like, F you.
Yes, they're going to be like, we can't do this, not a dime, because that's
Portland.
That's Portland. But this is, and it's really hard to explain, but it's just the way it is.
Yes.
The guy just stroked a $4 billion check, so you need to step up. The other, but what Steve and I are more talking about is just fan bases have more collective power than they think. See, look no further than European soccer. And some of the fan bases hold on teams and decisions over there. Like it's always bothered me that in the U.S. just we don't have that kind of just fan culture here. But some markets are better at it than others. Bigger city markets, like folks in Boston, folks in New York, dude.
They don't put up with that.
They don't put up with a lot, and there is pressure, and it oftentimes does affect decisions at the top. Yeah. Portland, they have absolutely ragdolled their fans for years. Mm-hmm. They do not, like, the fan base here just doesn't have the voice, and I've so desperately wanted them to. Just, dude, join together. Have but they just keep getting railroaded because they're the only team in town, and I think the Blazers do know.
And passion. Well,
and the Blazers know that, what are you going to do? Go watch the Timbers? Good luck with that. I mean, I love the Timbers. New home of the Timbers. 105.1 The Fan. But you know what I mean. Yeah. So they know they're not going to lose their fans.
It's supposedly one of the reasons why Paul Allen, you could never convince Paul Allen to bring a hockey team in, is Paul didn't want competition. They would share the same arena, even if you owned it. It's the same arena. It's the same season, and that's always what you've heard is that Paul can never be convinced that it's a good idea to have 2 roosters in the hen house.
Here's what I hope, okay? Wrap this up. I hope that Tom Dundon comes in here and he ingratiates himself in this community and the fans, and he understands, hopefully he already understands what a great fan base this is. Yeah. And I hope that he, as the owner of the Blazers, for the first time in many years, even since Paul Allen owned it, and he was a pretty good owner.
Oh, yeah.
I hope he works with the fans and helps the fans and create something very special, because it could be very special in this market. It really could. The fans are there. They're ready. But the owners can't keep taking a dump in their mouth. Yeah. Is that a hot analogy?
That is an interesting. Well, it is hot. I will tell you that. That would.
You know what I mean?
I think there's a term behind that, by the way. Don't you have a baseball team named after that?
Who's that?
I think the old Steamers.
Oh, the Cleveland Steamers. Yeah. That's my fantasy baseball.
I think that's.
But you know what I mean, man.
I do know what you mean.
I'm hoping that
I just thought it was very eloquent the way you put that.
I'm hoping that Dundon comes in here and we actually like him and he works to make things better. And that's really all you. I mean, you can't guarantee championships. You can't guarantee a great team. But just try and like understand and appreciate the fans here. Like, have the Allens, as good as Paul was and Jody doing her thing, have they ever said anything about the fans ever?
It certainly doesn't feel that way.
Do they ever do anything down here? They never did. Like, that needs to change.
If you do some digging into it, it does sound like everything you're talking about, if it gives you any sort of solace, Tom Dundon did that with the people of Carolina.
Great.
Even though it got contentious, and they say that thing was ugly, it got done, and everyone down there is very happy, and he did bring them a Stanley Cup.
Yeah, they want to. Wait, what?
Yeah, they won a Stanley Cup down there.
When was that?
That was a long time ago, but they did win a cup.
You heard it here first. Blaze is going to win a championship with Tom Dundon.
You know what? I need to look and see if they won a Stanley Cup before that might have been before he got there. So
look at you, fake news.
I'll tell you this though, I think that actually might have been beforehand, but they have been a very successful franchise underneath him. That's a good hockey team with a rebuilt arena and a fan base that's quite happy.
I'm going to shove a burrito in my ass.
But I do. I think the Stanley Cup came. I think it came before him.
Well, I am optimistic that Tom Dundon will be a very good owner for your Portland Trailblazers. They will go nowhere, and who knows? Maybe he creates a nice new fun arena with a fun product and fun stuff around the arena that makes us all want to go there, even if the Blazers suck balls.
That is one that I will wholeheartedly agree with. But again, the eloquent nature.
Yes, thank you.
Between the Cleveland Steamer and
that. In my ass. Quote that, Bill Oram. All right, we'll be right back with more hot sports talk here on 105.1 The Fan. Okay, coming up. We got a little potpourri. It's that time of year. I know you love a good potpourri.
Oh, who doesn't? Put that on the back of the toilet. It's delightful.
My wife bought these new. She has these new sprays. Like we don't have a potpourri.
Yeah.
But she has these sprays.
Are they called poo-poo sprays?
No, I forget what they're called. I'll have to get the name of them because I'm telling you,
Delightful.
they are fantastic, and they are pungent to the point of, and I can blow up a bathroom.
Yeah. Cleans it right up, huh?
Yeah. Way better than the old, we used to use like either a potpourri
Maybe
or
a candle or something.
Yeah, or
Maybe
like
an
air freshener.
Yeah.
Get out of here
A
with that.
Scentsy, if you will.
These are, I tell you what, she is an elite fragrance.
That's a
elite fragrance
monger, if you will.
Purchaser.
Yeah.
She's great at it. Her candles are top notch.
Yeah.
Her poop sprays are amazing.
Well, I will tell you what, that being a skilled scentist, it's an underappreciated quality.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah, it really is.
Who doesn't want to go home and just have it smell like a wonderful, whatever it is you're into? Some people like more of an earthy, kind of woodsy scent. Maybe some people want more of a floral, but yeah, it's.
Well, I think the to your point, the hard part is sifting through all the scents that are out there. Like, dude, I'm not going into freaking what's that?
Bed Bath and Beyond.
Yeah, I'm not going.
Yankee Candle.
I'm not going in there and smelling all that.
Yeah.
I don't even know where to start.
The candle game's expensive too, man.
It's just like, well,
can't be wasting that money.
It's just like, I don't know. Give me a good one.
Yeah. And she does.
And she's on top of it. I just have to give her a shout out. She's amazing at it.
Way to go, Nurse Nice.
Elite level.
Yeah.
All right. Well, now we've blown through another segment. We're just so far behind. The Hot Blazer talk got us all riled up today.
It happens, man.
How about that?
Yeah.
So when we come back, we've got a little potpourri. Something coming to Vegas that I want to.
Okay.
Came across my timeline. I want to tell you about it. It's really something.
Well, it is Vegas.
I'm gonna see if you can guess it.
Isn't Vegas the land of something? If something were to happen and you're like, hey, where's it going down? I'm guessing Vegas.
All right. Well, we'll get to that next
Right.
and some other stuff on The Fan.
Now, from the George McCoy and Warren Allen Sports Desk, a Sports Center update on the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
First on the Fan, the Pac-12 football schedule will be released tomorrow, but details are popping out. One interesting one is that in the final week of the conference season, they will have a flex opponent where the conference can switch opponents for schools in that final week to potentially help teams get into the college football playoff. Those games will not count towards the conference records, just an extra game at the end of the season. Charlie Woods, the son of Tiger Woods, has committed to play college golf at Florida State. Woods is the 21st ranked golfer in the AJGA rankings. Raiders made it official, named Clint Kubiak their next head coach, and at his press conference today, he said he really hopes that the Raiders and Max Crosby can figure out a solution to keep Crosby in Vegas. There was sources saying during Super Bowl week that Crosby and the Raiders' relationship was over. Mike Vrabel, Patriots head coach, told reporters today that despite rookie left tackles Will Campbell's struggles, that Campbell will continue to be the Patriots' tackle moving forward. According to Vegas, approximately $138.8 million is bet on the Super Bowl within Nevada sports books, which is a 10-year low, according to the state gaming control. But despite that, Vegas did report they won a net of $9.9 million. Three-time Cy Young Award winner Justin Verlander headed back to Detroit. He'll sign a one-year, $13 million deal with the Tigers. Trailblazers beat 76ers last night, 135-118. Timani Kamara, career-high 30 points. Blazers 26-28, now heading on the road to take on Minnesota tomorrow. For more sports scores and stories in 30 minutes, I'm Stephen Vaughn from the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk. Hurt and missing work. Insurance companies acting like jerks. Don't call your mom. Call George McCoy at warrenallen.com.
No, I'm not going to give you no cookie.
All right, welcome back. Got a lot of random stuff coming up, including a Winter Olympics roundup.
A poopery.
Yep.
I think that's the spray. I was trying to think what it is.
Yeah.
I think it's called poopery.
Yeah, it is. I've seen those.
I never use it, but it's on. We have like a shelf behind the toilet, and
They have some back there.
yeah. Well, I mean,
Lady put some back there.
yeah, but there's no one ever in there but me.
We
so-
have some.
yeah.
It's fine.
It's fine. There's better. I'm telling you.
Okay.
My wife has discovered better. You know what? Tonight, I'm going to put it in my phone.
I would like. Yeah, I need a.
I'm going to go get it,
yeah.
and I'm going to bring it to the show tomorrow. You guys need this for you dookies.
Look, I am in. You do not give out recommendations just willy nilly.
No.
So when something gets the Isaac Ropp, what is like the Rotten Tomatoes, like the freshness, like Oprah's favorite. We need Ropp's favorite things.
It's my book club.
Because you do not just throw out
It's
products for no reason.
I wouldn't tell you about it if it weren't great.
Yeah.
So I'll tell you about it tomorrow then.
Yeah.
And there's 3 different flavors.
I'm interested in air. What are you licking it?
I mean, 3
Flavors.
Good point. 3 different aromas.
Rob's sitting backwards on the toilet, sucking on an air freshener.
All right. Yeah.
Oh no.
You all right over there?
Well, I just can't wait for the Pac-12 football schedule release that Steven was promoting over there.
It's coming finally.
Finally. Is
Yeah.
it a little early for
No,
football
everyone else
schedule?
already has their schedule out.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, but the Pac-12 couldn't because they were having meetings, and apparently there's like some mutiny afoot. People are already pissed. Like no one's happy. It's off to a rousing start.
Well, they got North Dakota State.
No, I thought they were
West does.
Mountain West does.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Sorry.
They are not
That's
the same. Mountain West Pac-12.
No.
That's two
Get
different-
it?
yeah, they
Don't
sh-
get it twisted.
They should be the same.
Yes.
But they're not.
Both of them have terrible TV deals, but apparently they can't.
Yeah, why didn't they just combine?
That's a long story.
They're both on the West Coast, both terrible TV deals, both terrible conferences, but they are not the same.
And they hate each other.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Bitterly.
Something is coming to Vegas, and I want your opinion on it.
Okay. It's been a while since I've been to Vegas. Not much of a Vegas guy anymore.
And I assume this is true. Now, this is maybe a bad assumption.
Okay.
So I'm just going to double check here. Because I saw this come across my timeline.
Did you see that?
What is that?
That's Gary Busey with a Christmas message to everybody. Have you seen Gary Busey?
He was trying to sound
recently?
like a goose.
Yeah, he said, this is what, like, for no reason, he's just like, I have a Christmas treat. Here's what a goose sounds like.
No, I haven't seen him recently.
You should do yourself a favor. And
What's he doing?
just, while he's doing that.
Making goose noises.
Making goose noises. If you thought Gary Busey was insane before, he looks like an extra from, like, The Walking Dead.
It's frightening.
He's melting.
Really?
Yes.
What's his deal? Is it drugs?
He had a brain injury, and it's just like...
He did?
Yeah, but this was like 25, 30 years ago, and now I'm assuming it's just drugs and alcohol and age. But yeah, he had a motorcycle wreck, and he bruised the peach, and he's never been the same since.
Yeah, this is real. Okay,
I'm watching Sam Darnold eating chicken fingers right now.
I just confirmed this. Okay, so these are recent reports coming to Vegas. They are going to be installing, and I'm not sure where, but they're going to be installing ATM machines.
Sure.
That melts your gold jewelry. And
really?
Yes, and by its weight and its purity, it transfers the value of the jewelry to your bank account.
This is going to be such a bad idea. One,
what do you think about that?
There's going to be a lot of ladies that are going to find out that jewelry your man gave you ain't real. And there's just every one of these machines ends up going to get shot because someone's going to have a chain that they think is worth like 10 grand, and it's going to melt it down and give you like $122.
Well, and don't forget
that's a real thing they're going to do.
It's real. And don't forget the fees.
And by the way, once they melt it, you can't get that back.
No,
right?
But you can get the money to go bet on the tables.
Do they tell you what it's going to be before?
Yeah,
the hot streak's coming now. I got to melt this gold.
That's
I got to
right.
get on my streak again.
There's a photo of it or a video, and it does, because I think they already have them overseas. And there's a video where it shows you, like, it melts it right in front of you.
I can't think of anything dumber.
And then it shoots out a number.
Yeah. And
then it's like,
so
puts it in your bank.
I give you this ring, and I don't know how much it's going to be until you melt it.
Yes. Yeah, that's right. And then you have to take the word for it of the machine. Totally. As if it's totally on the up and up.
Totally on the up and up.
And then you have to pay the fees.
Sounds great.
And once all that happens, you get the money.
This has a real payday sort of like one of those commercials where it's like, I can't afford my groceries. And they're like, would you like to go on a vacation with this free $1,000? Would I? Great. No one bothers to tell that person they have to pay it back at 1,000% interest in the next 12 hours. Yeah. Great idea.
I mean, what's the next one? Like you just walk up and give them your shoes?
I'm waiting for it's just going to be a limb. It's only a matter of time before you just go up and you're like, dude,
give them a finger.
Just give them a finger.
They'll give you $20,
like a kidney or something.
$18.75 after fees.
Like we are on our way to some Wall-E idiocracy. It's going to happen. You're just going to walk up. You're going to be in Vegas. And it won't be to like save your life or whatever. You're just going to want to stay in a nicer room and someone's going to be like, well, I got 2 kidneys. They're giving me 15 G's for this one.
I need to bet on Portland State to beat Idaho State on Thursday. Come
on. Take it. My God.
Yeah, it's pretty sad.
That's a real thing.
It's a real thing. Pretty
and
scary.
I love gambling, but Jesus.
That's the ultimate gamble because you don't know how much it's going to weigh. You don't know what they're going to give you.
No.
Well, and don't you think, too, that is going to cause some theft problems? Like,
oh, yeah.
Like the old ladies walking around with all the jewelry.
Snatch it.
Some dude
I mean, at least with pawn shops, in theory, they're supposed to be like, you didn't, this isn't yours.
That's the other thing. The guys at the local pawn shops, they're in trouble with this thing.
Oh, man. This is...
it's not going to help them.
This is so bad. This is another one of those ideas that just because you can doesn't mean that you should.
Oh, you think the casinos think that way? They're like, this is perfect.
Well, Vegas is in trouble because people aren't going, so... I think they're willing to do anything to get whatever. I think people, at least like I used to go to Vegas, and I think a lot of people are like me where they're just like, dude, there's better ways to spend my money now. Well, I know you're a Vegas guy, but I understand that things have to be inflated because it's Las Vegas, but you reach a point where everything's so expensive and they nickel and dime you to where you're just like, dude, this is stupid. I remember the last time I went to Vegas, I just was like, yeah, we're done here. There's a lot better places I can go to get quality entertainment at a quarter of that. And Vegas used to me to be about service. Like you had to pay for it, but it was really, really nice. And I'm guessing if you have big money and you're staying at suites at the Wynn and places like that, but you just go get some room at the Aria now, or like a decent one like the Cosmo. I feel like you pay up the wazoo and you don't get treated nice at all.
Us normies are not getting the treatment like normal people. And for me, like going to Vegas was about doing those sports betting. Like you couldn't necessarily do it legally. Now it's like, well, I can do it on my phone.
That's true.
I can do all that kind of stuff. They kind of lost everything.
Someone says, is there a machine where they can scan your firstborn? And they'll let you know how much collateral they can give you for the loan, so you can go take that to the table.
How much is that baby worth right there?
Do I really like this baby?
It's only a matter of time.
I can buy the baby back if I win,
right? Yeah. It's like one of those things like back in the day, like, you'd sell your horse to enter the jousting contest. But if you want it, I'm going to buy my horse back.
Yeah.
It's like that, but with kids. How much are kids worth? Because in my experience, kids cost me a lot of money. And how can I,
I'm actually saving money now.
Yeah. What's a slightly used 20-year-old Korean child going for? What's my market?
Yeah. All right. Le'Veon Bell has thoughts on Ring doorbell cameras. We're going to get to that next on The Fan. Well, I teased this segment by saying Le'Veon Bell has thoughts on the Ring doorbell cameras.
Yeah.
But I now can no longer find the post that I was going to tell you about. So,
because apparently not only is Ring doorbell catching some heat, but it turns out the Google Nest also catching some flack, even though something good came out of it today. Have you seen that?
aren't they kind of the same? They're just two different
Yeah.
companies.
So the Google Nest, so that was the Savannah Guthrie's mom. Have you seen the footage off of that now?
Yeah, they went and found.
It's pretty scary.
It's like they didn't have it initially.
Yeah, well,
but they went through the back channels of Ring or Nest.
So she doesn't have a subscription.
Who, the old lady?
The old lady. So they didn't think that there was anything to it.
So it wasn't filming.
But it is.
But it is.
And that's what people are like, you sons of bitches. Because the idea is if you have one up but you're not paying for it, it's not filming. Yes, it is.
Of course it is.
And it's filming at all times.
But for you to get access to that, you have to pay. I mean, who doesn't think that? Like, you think that, I don't know. I guess I can just paraphrase by saying that somebody wrote a big thing about Ring. And Ring has become kind of the front line for spying and privacy concerns now. Like, Ring is at the forefront of it.
Yes.
Because he was making the point, this guy on X was making the point that basically it's perfect. Amazon gets you to pay for the camera and you to pay for the stream, and they are blanketing. I mean, you can opt out of this, but he said like 5% of people do.
Yeah.
And so they're basically just using it as a giant it's a giant spy web.
And they're giving it to ICE and they're giving it to the federal government. So
and you're paying for it.
Yeah, Le'Veon Bell tweeted, if you're not ripping your Ring camera off your house right now, dropping the whole thing into a pot of boiling water, what are you doing?
Yeah, does it have what he was replying to? Because for some reason, I saw that and I went to look at why he said that.
Yeah.
And that I wanted to read you.
It was the ad.
Oh no! See, there was a post from somebody who was making the things that I just pointed out.
Okay, yeah, it was so
there was a post about it.
Ring had the ad saying that if you can find your dog, and then someone was like, no, this is what Ring is really doing. They're gathering your data and they're giving it or selling it to the government. They're giving it to the police. They're giving it to ICE, and you are basically. What was the context of it? They said in order for a company or a government to set up a surveillance system like this, it would be billions upon billions of dollars. Ring is doing it for free.
Well, you're paying for it. That's what I just said.
Yes.
So that's
the
what,
context.
That's what he was responding to.
Yes.
And he said in this post, whoever it was wrote that the only acceptable way to get people on board, or at least just to look the other way, is puppies.
Yes.
And that's exactly what the Ring ad was. Hey, we can find your puppy.
I'm not going to lie. When I saw the ad, my first thought was, hey, that's kind of cool.
That's great.
And
wait a minute.
And then everyone was like, dude. And I was like, oh, yeah. And so I don't know whether they're giving that to the government or they're selling it to the government. But this is like when the whole TikTok thing was happening. And I remember they did those government hearings, and the guy on TikTok was like, what do you mean we're stealing? They're giving us, we're asking, and they're giving it to us. No one's stealing anything. At least that, you're aware, this does seem kind of underhanding. But Facebook, all that stuff, it's like, hey, would you like all my contacts, all my photos, and to know where I'm at 24/7? Cool, here. So anyone that's concerned about privacy, realize that we gave over our privacy a decade ago.
Well, not only that, but I think a lot of people think like us in that, you can look through everything that I have. Yeah. I don't care. You're not going to find anything.
The problem is
very boring.
No, but it's one of those things that if you ever do become a public figure and then all of a sudden someone finds out that you're Googling, Thailand and why you should want to go to Thailand or whatever your private thing is, or whether you're having an affair with your wife and someone has that and then they've got goods on you. I get where that stuff becomes very problematic for a lot of people, because it's where is the bridge, where does the bridge become too far?
Well, yeah. The pedos have to worry about that. I don't.
Yeah.
Because I'm not a pedo. Yeah. So,
hey, Thailand doesn't have to be a pedo. Maybe you're just into a certain, you're into a certain thing.
Maybe all of this. Women are sluts. Yeah, that's right. Maybe all of this is making us better people. Because all of the bad things we want to do, we can't, because now someone will know about it.
I just say this. Anytime you're out in public or anytime you're sending a message or whatever, you just have to assume that someone's watching. Which is why it's weird when something does happen and maybe someone dies at a facility with 8 million cameras and then we're like, oh, we don't have any footage of it. That's where I get a little suspicious. I'm like, are you serious? Like, there's no footage of that?
Well, they deleted it. And they even said they deleted it. And no one cares.
It's like, oh, it's just gone.
I love it.
Let's move on.
This is great.
Yeah, that's the new line right now is, dude, we're done with this. What are you talking about?
Yeah, isn't that what the lady said today?
We're moving on. It's no big deal. What are you talking about? Guys, move on.
Where is that? Oh, there it is.
Guys, move on.
Oh,
No, Neil.
double whammy.
We're not moving.
It's not breaking news, dude.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah.
Stop breaking news, dude.
Actually, it kind of is, Neil.
What an ass. You worked for him, yeah?
I did, yeah.
Yeah.
I met him one time.
Oh, you only met him once?
Yeah, because I worked from home. So
Bro.
Oh, okay.
I think it's really sexy.
He wanted nothing to do with me.
Oh, he didn't want to
I
have.
said, hey, what's up, Neil? And he just looked
Maybe
the other way.
Maybe you called him Neil, and he wanted to be Mr.
Did he
Old
bro
Joe.
you?
Bro.
What's up, bro?
That would've
Bro.
been sick.
Bro.
Bro.
All right, coming up next, it is time for In the News. Let's see what we got here. Baseball news. Actually, I have some local sports news you can use.
Sports. Aren't some pitchers and catchers reporting today too?
Royals are.
Yeah.
I don't know about the Mets.
I think there's a handful. It's not everyone, but it's all this week. It's getting staggered out.
So we'll get to that. Some other stuff coming up next on ITN. Here's Steven.
Now, from the George McCoy and Warren Allen Sports Desk, a Sports Center update on the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
First on the Fan, Pac-12 football schedule will be released tomorrow officially, but there is some details pouring out, and one interesting one is the final week of the conference will have a flex component where the conference can switch opponents for schools in that final week to potentially helping getting their teams to the college football playoff, but that game will not count towards your actual conference record. Charlie Woods, the son of Tiger Woods, has committed to play golf at Florida State. Woods is the 21st ranked golfer in the AJGA rankings. Vegas Raiders, they made it official today, named Clint Kubiak as their next head coach. During his press conference today, he said he really hopes that the Raiders and Max Crosby can figure out a solution to keep Crosby in Vegas. During Super Bowl week, it was reported that Crosby and the Raiders' relationship was not very good and that they expected Crosby to be out of Vegas next season. Patriots head coach Mike Vrabel told reporters today, despite rookie left tackle Will Campbell's struggles, that Campbell will continue to be the Patriots left tackle moving forward. Las Vegas reported $138.8 million was bet on the Super Bowl with Nevada sportsbooks, which was actually a 10-year low, according to figures to the state gaming control. But they did also report that Vegas won a net of $9.9 million from the public. Three-time Cy Young winner Justin Verlander is heading back to Detroit. He signs a one-year, $13 million deal with the Tigers. Trailblazers beat the 76ers 135-118. Tumani Kamara, career-high 30 points. Blazers moved to 26-28 after their third straight win. They now head on the road to take on Minnesota tomorrow. For more sports scores and stories in 30 minutes, I'm Stephen Vaughn from the George McCoy Warren Allen Sports Desk. Hurt missing work? Insurance companies acting like jerks. Don't call your mom. Call George McCoy at warrenallen.com.
The home
So just to clarify what we were talking about with that video, the Nest video, the FBI put it out there, and it's they engineered the video from Savannah Guthrie's mom's house the morning of her disappearance, and there is a man with a, I don't know, his gun, I think.
He's got a gun and he's wearing gloves and a mask.
And they show the video. They put the video out there. And they're trying to get people to, the public to look at it and say, hey, if you know anything, let us know.
Unfortunately, a lot of people, certain news organizations were pushing the idea that it wasn't real and that she wasn't kidnapped and nothing was adding up. And so they're like, no, they're just this. Kind of scary when you see the images. It's
wild.
Yeah, an 84-year-old woman, and that's at her door. That's not good.
It's February 10, 2026. Time now for In the News. I'm your noted newsman. Hello. Thank you.
I like turtles.
Thank you so much.
Who doesn't like turtles?
Please be seated. If you're already seated, all rise.
You know, Stallone still has his turtles from the original Rocky. They're like 50 years old.
Yeah, turtles live a long time.
Yeah.
Turtles are pretty cool little animal, aren't they?
Yeah.
With the shells and
stuff. Well, some of them are big, too. But
what if turtles were fast? Wouldn't that be cool?
That would be kind of cool. Would they lose some of the coolness, though, that they're like...
Would they be a nuisance? They'd be more like squirrels?
It's your backyard, you just get some turtle tearing through there. Oh, I can get on board with a fast turtle.
Yeah, you think they're pissed about being so slow?
You think they're aware that they're that... Well, in the water, they're pretty fast, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Little turtle just climbing the tree.
Yeah. I always feel bad when I see the turtle hatchlings making their way to the water and they all get picked off. That I don't like that.
It's life, man.
Turtle genocide.
Suck it up, turtles.
Rob with no empathy for the turtles. You see that turtle, it's always like got a straw through its nose. But at the same time, I don't want to drink paper straws. So I'm like very conflicted.
It's brought to you by the Advocates, injury attorneys at advocateslaw.com. Today is Extraterrestrial Culture Day.
I have no idea what that means.
It's weird because we don't really know what their cultures are.
There's alien culture?
Well,
is that like a Chewbacca thing? Or?
I mean, why wouldn't there be?
Well, I guess we don't know that there's official aliens, although everyone kind of seems to believe that's coming.
They're out there.
Yeah.
And I'm sure they have great culture.
Right up to the point they show up and blow up the White House.
Do you think they listen to Bad Bunny?
I don't know. That would be interesting. Do they speak Spanish? Because everyone seems to be confused at that notion that someone could speak Spanish.
Well, some people are saying it was like gibberish Spanish. Like it's not even real Spanish. I've seen numerous posts like, I speak Spanish. I don't understand him either.
Yeah, because I'm a big Pearl Jam fan. Something tells me that listening to Eddie Vedder isn't exactly listening to like a poet laureate.
I can't tell what half the lyrics are in any music. Yeah.
Listen to a Red Hot Chili Peppers song sometime. Or what was the one that old Kid Rock was doing? Bong with the bong, the bang, the bang, bang. Yeah, you go ahead and was it closed caption that? So let's not be.
Well, it is Ball with the Ball.
Is it? Is that what that is?
Ball with the Ball.
That's the name of the song. Ball with the Ball.
I was not aware of that.
But it's the same thing. I didn't understand Kendrick Lamar last year. I didn't understand Bad Bunny this year.
That's right. Doesn't matter what language it's in.
Somewhere Nemec is yelling at us. Mustard on the beat.
Mustard.
It is also National Flannel Day, so bust out those flannels tonight.
Yeah, I like a good flannel from time to time.
A couple of local sports stories, sports tidbits.
Okay.
Our Timbers have revealed their new Civic Stadium kit, and it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I don't know if you saw them.
Oh, I saw it. I mean, we are home of the Timbers. I see the flag right there.
Yeah, we do have a flag in the studio now. Yeah, I thought the kits were so it's an homage to the Civic Stadium, and they're pretty cool. You should look them up.
Yeah,
because I can't really,
Yeah, I don't know how
on the radio. I don't know what to tell you about them. But
it's got the Bank of America logo on it, and then it's a series of I don't know. It's like a off yellow, if you will.
Yeah, cool color.
And then some cool geometric designs.
So is that their main kit then, or is that just is it like alternative?
I think that's an alternative. There's always a couple.
Okay.
So, but it is celebrating the 100th anniversary.
It is an alternative. The main ones are like a darker green.
Yeah.
That says Tillamook on it.
And the Tillamook on this one is on the sleeve. Yeah, there's like a main sponsor, and then there's an alternate sponsor, and whole thing.
April 14th. Mark your cals, your iCals, because you don't really have. You know, my mom still has a calendar, like a physical calendar that she pulls out.
Yeah.
When she wants to write down dates.
I get yelled at a lot for not having an updated calendar, but
I tell you what, my kid doesn't either.
Yeah.
And it's a problem.
Oh,
It's a problem.
I get yelled at on a weekly basis.
It's a problem because he'll forget something.
Yeah.
Like, he's pretty good, but then he'll forget something. It's like, well, why don't you just write things down in your calendar like a normal human being?
Because even when I put it on my calendar, I don't look at the calendar every day.
Why not?
I don't know. I'm not conditioned.
These are
to.
normal human things.
I don't like schedules.
I'm with Suga in this one.
Yeah.
You
My
don't write
wife
anything?
puts things in calendars and puts it on my phone, like link my calendar, her calendar. I don't know half what's going on.
I'm like, yeah, I'll figure it out.
So do you remember appointments, or like, let's say you got to go to the doctor or whatever? Do you just remember that off?
I try to, like, my little son had a dentist appointment on Monday. My wife had to say, hey, you taking him to the dentist, right? Yeah, got it.
Oh,
I
yeah,
checked the
Mom.
calendar.
Yeah, have it
sure,
right
there
here
it
on
is.
the calendar.
I checked it. Actually, he said, you take it? And I said, yeah. And I checked the calendar. Yeah, 10:40. All right.
I do one of these every Monday. I always ask, I'm like, hey, we got anything, or you got anything going on this week? And she's like, why don't you just get a calendar? I'm like, or I can just ask you for 3 seconds. You're my calendar. Why do I need a calendar? I got you.
I agree.
She wants to be in charge anywhere. She secretly loves it that I ask her what's going on.
They love that. We know chicks.
Exactly.
We get chicks.
Chicks, man.
April 14th, the Northwest Elite Baseball Classic is coming to the new Hops Stadium.
Okay.
Yeah, that will be the Ducks and Beavers baseball teams playing a baseball game.
Oh, so it's not a tournament. It's just that one-off?
Yeah?
Okay.
I don't know. I think so. I don't know.
Rob does not have the answers. When you said, you made it sound like more of a tournament.
Well, they're calling it the Northwest Elite Baseball Classic. But
I guess a class doesn't necessarily mean a tournament.
on their logo, it just has the Ducks and the Beavs.
The Beavs played a game last year at the Hop Stadium, if I'm not mistaken.
So this is the new Hop Stadium.
Yeah, that's
the
right.
new one?
Yeah, the new one opens.
The new one.
Which is in the same position as the old one, but now with...
Tickets pretty expensive for that. General admission, $109 each.
For the Ducks and Beavs?
Well, I mean...
Oh, no, that's at PK Park. Sorry. That's not even the Hillsborough Hops one.
I bet you that's more expensive. I mean, look, I like going to... Have you ever been down to a Beavers game? I've never been to one at PK Park.
A Beavers game at down in Corvallis?
Yes.
Yeah, once.
Yeah, that's a nice setup, but again, it's like anything else. It's a pain in the ass to get to, and not that Hillsborough is convenient, but yeah, if that's a reasonable price, you can get me to. That would be one I'd want to go out and watch.
Yeah, April, yeah, it's just Ducks and Beavers.
Okay.
6 p.m. And
Yeah.
you know,
I
check out the new park.
I do want to see the new park. I just wish the Hops for me was a little closer. Hillsborough to me is it's much like Corvallis. It's a pain in the ass.
It's out there.
It's out there a bit. But it's a good time. And I don't know if Swag will be calling those games, but the voice of the Hops.
Well, he's the PA guy.
Yeah.
He's not the play-by-play.
No. But he does a great job out there working the PA for the Hops.
Well, is there
kids.
anything Swigard doesn't do a great job at? I mean, the guy is he's elite.
Man's a machine.
He's elite at everything he does.
It's over!
Like 1,000 different jobs.
We think.
Coming up next, they are calling it one of the most beautiful in the world.
Hold on, everybody.
We'll get to that next on
You flatter
ITN
me.
on The Fan.
giraffe sound like?
You sound good with Hall &
This
Oates.
slaps.
So, by the way, somebody
Hall,
texted.
Oates, and Souk, let's go.
They said, the text line says, I'll never understand the Hillsboro is Siberia thing. It's literally 10 minutes outside of Northwest Portland. It would take you guys 15 minutes to get to a game from the studio.
No, it would.
No, it wouldn't.
I've been there many a time.
I just pulled it up on Google Maps. Do you care to guess what it says? And I am in the studio.
It's 5 o'clock right now. I'm guessing to there it's at least 30 minutes.
33 minutes.
Yes.
If I take the alternate route, it's 37 minutes.
Yes.
So stop with your propaganda.
Yeah.
That's fake news.
And by the way, I'm not saying it's Siberia necessarily, but I can't tell you the number of times, whether it's golf out there, Top Golf, or Pumpkin Ridge, or the Hillsboro Hops, especially if you don't live in downtown, and most people don't live in downtown Portland. If you live in a suburb, if you live in Milwaukee, if you live on the east side, or if you live across the bridge, it's kind of one of those things where you look at it and you're like, eh. And 26 is a nightmare. So yes, it can often be a bridge too far. I hear it the other way too from people that like want to come in for concerts, whether it's in the Motor or God forbid at the Ridgefield Amphitheater. I know a ton of people that are like, hey, the concert's at 7:30, game's at 7:30. I'm going to have to leave Hillsboro at 5 o'clock. And they don't want to do it. Because even leaving at 5, you're slugging through an hour plus of traffic to get somewhere.
Now, it does say, in defense of this man, it says 45 minutes to Gresham from our studio. And, of course, Vancouver.
In what world are you living where there's no traffic, by the way?
Right.
I mean,
yeah, there's always traffic.
Yeah, if you're going at 2 in the morning on Sunday, then be my guest.
Now it's saying 51 minutes up to Vancouver. Now, granted,
Yeah,
it is 5
it's
o'clock.
5 o'clock.
It's rush hour. So it's 20 minutes. I will say the Vancouver one from here, pretty easy.
Yeah.
But Hillsboro, not so much.
Yeah. It's tough.
This is In the News, Feb 10, 2026. I have time for one more story for you.
Squeezing it.
And it's a beautiful one, Jason.
Good. We need some positivity. Besides me working with Hall & Oates, which is the collab that we all need at this point.
The Portland Japanese Garden just got ranked by Homes and Gardens as one of the most beautiful gardens in the world.
It is a beautiful garden.
In the world.
I also had my car broken into once, but
What'd you say?
I had my car broken into when I was there, but
that's not their fault.
It's not their fault. It is a beautiful. If you're looking for like a nice thing to do to suck up and score some points with the missus, take her to those gardens. You'll get lucky, and she'll think you're sweet and romantic, and it's quite visually and aroma pleasing.
The list features 21 gardens from across the globe in places like the UK, Morocco, and Grenada. Homes and Gardens said that whether you visit the tea house, the raked gravel, or the waterfall, you will not fail to be enchanted.
No.
By the garden.
It is Moss Appreciation Week right now, by the way, at the garden. So
Is
if you want to go appreciate some moss, get your ass there.
It is gorgeous. How much are they charging to get in there these
Well,
days?
there's the two separate, right? There's like, you can go to the lower one, and then there's like...
No, like the real one, the big one.
Let's take a look-see.
Is it up to $20 yet?
I want to say it's about that.
General admission, $19 to $22 for adults.
Yeah.
Boy, that's high.
Is it?
High? Is that high?
But
I mean, how long does it take you to stroll through that thing?
Oh, you can. It's if you want to do the whole thing, you can be there for. You can make an afternoon out of it.
Can you?
Yeah.
3 hours? Probably
Yeah.
not.
Yeah, you could probably do 3 if you did the whole thing. Maybe you stop for a nice tea. Maybe bring a sandwich.
They should put a bar in there.
I don't think they have one of those.
Get wild.
But it's right there. It's like, it's kind of one of those things. Same thing with like Forest Park. It's like you're in the city, but you're out of it. It's a nice little, it's an oasis.
Well, I think that's a high honor. One of the most beautiful in the world. Pretty
So if I
amazing.
want to go at 10 a.m. tomorrow, $22.50 for me.
Wow. Why for you? Why is
I'm
it more
an
for you?
adult.
Yeah.
Children under 6, free. Seniors are $19.50. A student, $18.50. And if you're 6 to 17 years old, $16.50. Seems high.
They do have a little cafe
Doesn't
there
that
for you,
seem
too.
high? I remember when it was like $5.
Everything's like $20 now.
Yeah. Everything. You can't get a cheap Uber ride anymore. You know?
No.
You ever pull up the Uber thing? It's like, oh, this won't be far. Ah! $45.
Take the scooter.
Yeah.
Have you seen now places where they have someone that will walk with you on Uber?
What?
Yeah. So, and I don't know if it's here in Portland, but it was offered when we were in California. You can go to Uber, like for a late night drunken Uber, and it's just someone that will walk with you. You can.
Is that safer for women or more? Like, that's
good.
a debate, is it not?
I don't know. But
It's like people that they're hired to walk their dogs. You're just hired to walk a person.
Yeah, but I mean, we've had some problems with some Uber drivers. Like.
Look, I am not here to debate the safety. I'm just saying it is an option now where you can get someone to walk with you.
So if I am a female
Yes.
and I have left the bars and I need to walk,
You can hire me.
is it better for me to hire you to walk with me, or better for me to just chance
Look,
it?
I'm not a predator, but I feel like if
Yeah.
I was, that's a job I would want.
No, you're gonna get I mean,
Exactly.
There's got to be some sort of screening, right?
It's like the gym teacher without kids.
Yeah, that's a good question.
Why the hell do you want to be a gym teacher? You don't even have any kids.
Well, I would know if you hired me, that's better off. But again, I'm assuming that I'm not a predator.
Again, that's a big assumption. That's what I say. I think women eventually will just be like, I'm just gonna walk. I'm fine.
Well, me and my buddy were at a Blazer game.
And you don't have to be a predator. You could just be uncomfortable. Like start hitting on them.
That's true.
And they just like, dude, I just want to go home.
I just stare a lot with my hands in my pocket, start making noises. But like we were leaving the Blazer game, and we had to get back here to the station. And after a Blazer game, they do those damn spike it was like $40-something. It was like $47 to get an Uber from Moda Center to our office.
Yeah.
Dude, that's like 3 miles.
That's because everyone's looking for an Uber at that time.
But if you're willing to just put a little effort in, that scooter, I think the scooter ride was like $6.
Yeah, those are great.
Those
Yeah.
are fun.
Just be careful if you've had a few sody pops.
I almost crashed on one once.
I may have. It happens. I think you can get in trouble for that too, so be careful.
You can get a Dewey on those?
I think so. I think anything.
You can get a Dewey on anything.
I think anything that's
Yeah.
motorized. So just be aware. Like you think you're doing the right thing, you're like, hey, I shouldn't be driving, but apparently you can't scooter either.
Only kind of drive.
Yeah. Then that's when you hire someone to walk with you.
Boy, I just don't think I would do that.
You'd be safe.
I have mace.
What if Rob gets assaulted?
You hire someone to walk you, and can you suggest it's a female walking
Yeah.
you?
What if it's a hot? Now that's great.
I bet you that's
Isn't
an
that
upcharge.
called
I bet
prostitution?
A couple arm candies.
just for walking? Nah.
Escort?
I bet that's an upcharge though. Yeah, could you call one of those escort services and be like, I just want someone to walk with me. I just want someone to look good and walk with me. You get a discount on that?
That is in the news for February 10, 2026, brought to you by the Advocates, injury attorneys at advocateslaw.com. Coming up next, a few headlines and, oh, you know what we have next hour? We have our Winter Olympics roundup.
Ooh, can't wait.
The Winter Olympics update you didn't know you needed. And some other stuff. So stick around with us, won't you? This is 105.1 The Fan.
Now, from the George McCoy and Warren Allen Sports Desk, a Sports Center update on the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
First on the Fan, Pac-12 football schedule will be released tomorrow, but there are a couple details pouring out today. And one interesting one is the final week of the conference will have a flex component where the conference can switch opponents for schools in that final week to potentially help teams get a quality win and get into the college football playoff. Those games will not count towards your conference standings. Charlie Woods, the son of Tiger Woods, has committed to play college golf at Florida State. Woods is the 21st ranked golfer in the AJGA rankings. Raiders make it official, named Clint Kubiak their next head coach, and at his press conference today, Kubiak said he really hopes the Raiders and Max Crosby can figure out a solution to keep Crosby in Vegas. During Super Bowl week, it was reported Crosby and the Raiders' relationship had soured and that the two were trying to figure out a way to get Crosby out of Vegas. Patriots coach Mike Vrabel told reporters today that despite rookie left tackle Will Campbell's struggles, that Campbell will continue to be the Pats' tackle moving forward. Vegas reported approximately $138.8 million was bet on the Super Bowl within Nevada sportsbooks, which is actually a 10-year low, according to figures from the state gaming control, but they did report that they won a net of $9.9 million. Three-time Cy Young Award winner Justin Verlander, he's returning to Detroit, signing a one-year $13 million deal with the Tigers. Trailblazers beat the 76ers 135-118. Tumani Kamara career-high 30 points. Blazers now have won 3 in a row as they head on the road to take on Minnesota. For more sports scores and stories in 30 minutes, I'm Stephen Vaughn from the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk. Hurt and missing work. Insurance companies acting like jerks. Don't call your mom. Call George McCoy at WarrenAllen.com.
All right, welcome back. Hope you're having a nice little Tuesday, nice little day out there. We are your sportsmen. My name is Isaac. Hello, Jason Sakanik right over there. They call him Big Sook.
Yes.
We have another bald guy on the show now. His name is Steven.
There's too many bald guys out there.
Are there?
Yeah. There's like a million of us.
And that bothers you?
Yeah, always work in packs. Like, it's always like...
Wouldn't that be better?
No, because then you just look around and you're like, God, it's like, how have we not fixed this? I mean, I guess we fixed it for some people, but for like some of us, we still don't have the option.
We do have a special bond, though, I will say.
Yeah.
Like, bald guys kind of like, yeah, I get
Do you guys acknowledge each other at all times? Like bald guys?
Yeah, they give
in the wild.
They give like a head nod.
You look at another bald guy, you're like...
Yeah. But I got like a group, like, I'll hang out with like 3 buddies, and they're all bald too. And sometimes you're sitting at a table, you're like, Jesus, not one of us? Not one of us has a freaking head of hair?
Well, if you
Come
ever
on, guys.
need to call me to fill in because of my head of hair, let me know.
It would be nice every now and then to break it up. It'd be like if you were hanging out and like all the girls had the exact same hairstyle. It would be a little weird.
It is annoying when like your friends talk about like their hair and how they're it's messed up. They've had a bad hair day, and it's like, yeah, cool. Yeah. I wish I could have that. Yeah. A-hole.
We just need. We do need you to start
telling you when I have bad hair.
Yeah.
Yeah. You call me. Hey, we need your hair. Let's go.
I need to break it up a little bit.
It's a whole business
from time to time. Well, like in Japan, you can do that. Japan, you can rent a friend. That's a new thing now. You can rent a boyfriend, rent a girlfriend. Like go to like family outings. Why not now just rent some hair? Hey, we need a friend with some hair. It's looking a little weird. There's 4 of us that are all bald. Looks like we kind of planned it. It's like some sort of weird cult. It's like you go to the monks, like the Shaolin monks out there at airports. One of us needs a head of hair.
Coming up tonight in the club, underwear is the new tequila. We also have the app that's taking over the campus at Stanford.
An
what
app?
What the Smarties are, because they started an app.
Yeah.
And it's spreading like wildfire out there with the smart kids.
I'm interested to see what the smart kids
Yeah,
are
what do you
up
think
to.
it is?
I don't know. Is it something very nerdy?
No, I think it is actually quite practical.
Oh.
I mean, maybe.
Yeah.
You're going to hate it, but you're a big sook.
I'm gonna hate it.
That's why we love you.
Okay.
Yeah, I think you'll poop on it, but
All right. It's one of
we'll
those.
see.
It's one of those things that's gonna claim to make life way easier, but you don't really need it, and life's not
Well,
hard to begin with.
I think if you think about who's at Stanford,
Okay.
you might see the value in it
All right.
for them. I mean, they love it,
Okay.
so that's all that
Yeah,
matters.
you got
not
me.
You.
I'm intrigued.
So that'll be in the club, 6 to 7. Couple of headlines here. We do have the ratings in for the Super Bowl,
Mm-hmm.
and
Turns out a lot of people like to watch Bad Bunny.
yeah, but not that many. Ratings are down.
Oh no.
Yeah, so but the 29-13 win, Seahawks over the Patriots, you may remember that, averaged 124.9 million viewers. That's across all platforms, NBC, Peacock, Telemundo, NBC Sports Digital, and NFL Plus.
Is it possible because it was one of the worst games you've ever seen?
That
and
fell-
had no star power whatsoever.
That fell short of the 127.7 million U.S. viewers that tuned in for Philadelphia's blowout victory over Kansas City.
Well, we talked about
Last
that.
year.
Like going into this game, outside of the fact that it was New England, there wasn't a marquee name. The most, I don't know, what would you say, the most recognizable name was New England's coach. There's no one on the Patriots that has any sort of national juice, and no one on the Seahawks. I mean, Darnold was a good story, but that dude's not moving any needles. You haven't seen that guy on any sort of commercial. I mean, we were paying attention to that moron with bare feet that was walking in the Hannibal Lecter outfit. Is it Mac Hollins? Like we had to create storylines for that. So that doesn't shock me that it was 120. You say 124?
124.9.
Add that with the fact that there's no scoring, it wasn't that entertaining of a game.
Yeah. Yeah, that doesn't shock me at all.
Bad Bunny's halftime show averaged 128.2 million viewers.
So again, that's usually the most watched part of the game.
That would make it the fourth most watched halftime show behind Kendrick Lamar, Michael Jackson, and Usher.
Oh, all right.
Usher was 2024.
Was that 2024?
That's what it says.
Okay. Well, I remember he was roller skating in his weird ab jacket. And then Michael Jackson, I think, was the first modern day halftime show. I think he was the guy that kind of changed the halftime show.
Well, what does it say that Michael Jackson's okay, so Kendrick, so the top four.
Sure.
Bad Bunny was this year, Kendrick Lamar was last year, and Usher was 2024. It's the last three Super Bowl halftime shows.
Yeah.
And the only other one that rivals them was from 1993, dude. That, like, think about what that means about how big Michael Jackson was at that time.
I try to tell my kids, because like we have big stars today. Taylor Swift's huge, obviously. Like BTS, Harry Styles, whatever. Like Bad Bunny is supposedly he's the most streamed artist in the world. But like I told my kids, they would break into like Fox primetime programming to debut Michael Jackson videos. Remember that? Like it'd be like Michael Jackson's black and white video would premiere like after The Simpsons at 8:00 on a Sunday night on Fox, and the video would be like 12 minutes long. That dude was a different level. I'm not sure you can get there nowadays because the audience is too splintered. But whatever you thought of that weird son of a gun, that guy was a star. They're making a movie about him too. I think one of his like nephews or something is playing him. But I saw a preview for it. There's a new Michael Jackson movie, which I'm sure will be totally fair and balanced.
Yeah, so 1993. I'm just looking at how that compares.
Because you even see that when you look at like the MASH, like a lot of the most watched TV shows they're not modern. They're all all older ones.
If you look at, so right now, I was just telling you that the 125 million people watch the game.
Yeah.
Okay, average viewers, right?
Mm-hmm.
128 halftime show. Usually the halftime show gets more than the game. Okay. But that's pretty close, right? The last, I'm looking like 10 years, it's pretty close to halftime show and the average viewers, right?
Yeah.
1993,
Mm-hmm.
Michael Jackson's halftime show, 133 million viewers.
Yeah.
Average viewers for the game, 90 million.
Jeebus.
That's how big, like,
he's just a different animal.
There's no other, I'm looking through each and every halftime show and the difference between its rating and the game.
It's a little bit of a bump up.
There's nothing like that.
Yeah, no. Michael was just a different. That in the NFL wasn't as big back then, too. So is it possible, too, that one, Michael was that big and the NFL audience hadn't quite. I mean, it was still the juggernaut, but it wasn't this. I mean, when did Goodell, or I believe it's Goodell, he made his 2027, his what would you say, the projected goal for revenue?
Roger Goodell,
Have you
Commissioner Goodell.
Have you seen their revenue over like the last 10 years?
What are they making? Are they pulling in $20 billion yet?
Yeah, it is. Let me.
A year?
I just saw this.
$15 billion.
It is insane the growth that the NFL has had under Roger Goodell.
Like Michael Jackson was probably bigger than the NFL at that time, right?
Well, again, the ratings.
He certainly
yes.
was.
I mean, he didn't double the ratings, but he brought in 40 million more viewers.
Yeah.
Alone.
So they surpassed 23 billion in 2024. So yeah, their goal was 25 billion by 2027, and they are going to get there. And I remember all those years ago when they made that, when like everyone kind of laughed, and yet here they are, and they're going to outpace.
Give them hot milk. We have little cookies.
So the NFL certainly has they're cranking it up a little bit.
What do you think of that, Vaughn?
I don't like it.
Does anyone like that?
Someone.
Give them hot milk. We have little cookies.
There you go. So it was in 2020, they were at 12 bill, and they're now over 23.
They've doubled.
Yeah.
Almost doubled.
Yeah.
Now on the Charlie Woods front, real quick, he is headed to go play golf at Florida State.
Yes. I'm sure he'll have a great time there.
Which is great. But he's ranked 21st in AJGA.
Is that the amateur rankings?
No, that's the junior rankings. But the AJGA is where the best juniors play.
Mm-hmm.
Tiger dominated the AJGA.
Okay.
Phil Mickelson. But I used to work for the AJGA.
Yeah.
And they're based out of Atlanta. Actually, it's one of the reasons that I ended up in Portland was because of the AJGA. It stands for American Junior Golf Association. So I used to put on tournaments for them. So I know that the organization, and it's a great organization. But I can tell you that being ranked 21st in the AJGA is not...
It's not that good.
Well, I mean, it's good. He's a good player. He is not his father. Like, Tiger was dominating the AJGA.
Yeah.
Like, dominating it.
Yeah.
The number one player. Like, and I remember the number one player when I was there is a kid by the name of James O. I don't know whatever happened to him.
I've heard that about it.
He was awesome out there.
But they say the same thing about, like, LeBron's kids and stuff. Like, none of those guys were... The name certainly props it up, but they are not like some sort of... In fact, the other James kid is redshirting in Arizona.
Yeah, just like Michael Jordan's kids.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like... I don't know. I feel bad for Charlie in a way. I feel like he is going to have a really hard time living up to expectations.
Well, they've already done that. Like when he has tried to get like the tour exemptions and stuff and has tried to play in those, like he gets folded in half. Like he's got no
But
business
they are
being
the
out
best
there.
juniors, and that's cool that he's he's among the best juniors, but being 21st is far from dominating that. Like there was a kid by the name of Ty Tryon. Do you know that name?
That does sound
familiar.
Yes.
Yeah, he was a prodigy, golf prodigy at that time.
Yeah.
He was I think he was playing in the younger division, like 11 and 12, owning everyone out there, would win every week, right?
Yeah.
And I think he got a cup of coffee on tour, but he flamed out.
Well, wasn't Ricky? Wasn't he like a junior sensation too?
Ricky
Fowler. Wasn't he like?
No, he was a motocross kid.
I thought, who am I thinking of? One of the guys that ended up hitting it big was same thing. I remember like hearing stories about him from junior golf, where it was like maybe that was Spieth, who I'm thinking of. I don't know. Just every now and then you hear about someone like that, and then they show up on tour and they're like, oh yeah, I remember hearing about.
Well,
that
anyway. Charles will get some tud down there in Tallahassee, or actually up there in Tallahassee.
Yeah, Spieth won the U.S. Amateur twice.
Yeah. He's a good player.
He'll be fine.
Spieth,
he will.
Spieth not so fine.
Well,
I don't know what the hell happened to his game.
He's still doing fine.
He's good, but he's wild.
Charlie Woods will be one of those guys. He'll be on Instagram in a few months, and he'll be a giant influencer, and he'll never do anything in the world of golf, but he'll be the most popular golfer. And then, much like Shedeur Sanders, a bunch of media members will carry his jock, and then we'll have to have like a debate of why.
He'll have fun though, because just like Musburger said, what was it? Every red-blooded American signing up for Florida State when they showed Jen Sturger. Yeah. Jen Sturger.
And if he's anything like his pops, he knows what's up.
That's right.
Tiger will have fun at
they got Perkins up there.
You don't think his apartment at Florida State, it's not going to be an apartment. That dude's going to own a house. Something tells me that if you show up, like when I was a freshman in college, you show up with the other athletes and you get to know them or whatever. Dude, I would go out of my way because golf showed up at the same time as the football team. Yeah, me and Charlie would be real good friends. Like, Charlie, you don't know me from anybody, but I think we should hang out. So why not come over to your place?
And you have to play it cool about meeting his dad.
Exactly. I don't even care about meeting his dad. I just want to be in that.
Oh, I do.
I just want
What's
to
your
be
name? Eldrick? Got it.
Yeah. You imagine the cast-offs you're getting? Just trust me. You want to be in the Charlie Woods
Would you pretend
sphere.
you didn't know who he was?
No.
You want to talk to Tiger? You got to talk to me first.
All right. The text that is supposed to piss me off next, and then we'll get to our Winter Olympics roundup, okay? Because Steven shot me the... You're talking about the Darren Peterson.
I thought you'd be pretty pissed when I saw this.
Well, I'm not pissed. Well, I'll tell you. We'll
right,
talk about it next. Okay, on the fan. Bye. So, college hoops last night. Number 1 Arizona got beat.
First time.
Yep, they were undefeated. Rock chalk.
Mm-hmm.
They lost at Allen Fieldhouse. Place was electric.
Yeah, it was cool. I was watching that. We watched the first half, and then when I got home, I flipped it on, and that's. I mean, I know that college basketball at times can be quite dreadful to watch, but I'm sorry, NBA. The environment in a place like Kansas in a big game, there's nothing better.
Yeah, it was a good ball game.
Yeah, it was.
And it was high level. Arizona's really good.
Mm-hmm.
And Bill Self ran circles around Tommy Lloyd in the second half, and they pulled it out without their best player, Darren Peterson. Now, Darren Peterson is the guy who's projected to be the top pick in the NBA draft. And let me tell you, I always poo-poo the hot 5-star freshman. Dude, he is awesome.
Yeah.
And yet, if you've been listening to our show, you know I've been lamenting him all year because he is a grade A prima donna. And he is in and out of the lineup. And they oftentimes don't know what's wrong with him, or he's like, oh, I got a calf injury today, or a hit. He's unreliable. Apparently his family is a big problem in terms of just trying to dictate
they know
how he's used.
They know he is going to be a big deal, and Kansas is a pit stop on the way to the NBA.
Exactly, and he seems 1 foot in, 1 foot out.
Yes,
but he's getting his paycheck, so whatever.
Yeah.
When he's in there, he's awesome.
Yes. He played when they played BYU, and that was the big, Debanza versus, Peterson and number 1, and Debanza's really, really good, and there was levels to that, and Kansas and him were just that much better.
So last night, he had the flu, and it came out of nowhere, and
he had flu-like symptoms.
Yeah, flu-like symptoms. They didn't have the flu. He had flu-like symptoms. He was sick. And they had him in warm-ups, and Bill Self said after the game, we didn't find out till about an hour before the game, and then he went out and gave it a whirl, and he couldn't go.
Yeah.
Okay, whatever, bitch. But there is now a screen grab of a guy. This was at Allen Fieldhouse. Some guy sitting on press row down on the front. This dude is sitting behind him, and he zooms into what he's texting to someone, and it is apparently inside information about what happened with Darren Peterson. And he says on his text, and he has no idea this dude's filming him, which, by the way, there's a whole nother conversation.
Yeah, you kind of feel bad, especially if this dude ends up getting ripped or whatever. There's some debate about exactly who he is or who does he work for, but it's pretty crappy for you to zoom in on someone's personal text message and then post that.
Yeah, that's got to be
that's some 7 and 9 BS.
Well, look at that. Is that illegal?
I mean, I don't know. Do you have an expectation of privacy in public? I don't know.
But it's quality information that I love having.
It is good information, but I do feel bad for the person that was sending the text.
Yeah, like hopefully that guy who was sending the text doesn't get any repercussions for this.
Well, they're saying the athletic department had to come out and say he's not affiliated with the athletic department. He's one of the stat guys or something.
Okay.
Anyway, he said, this is what he's typing. So he's sick, and he didn't tell anyone in practice, and Bill said, don't half-ass it if you're going to play. If not, sit. And DP said, F it, I'm out.
Yeah.
And you said, well, that's going to piss you off. It doesn't, and the reason it doesn't is because this has been going on all season with this clown. He's really good. Bill Self's putting up with him because this is the game now. Yeah. You want players like this is what you have to deal with, and they're dealing with it. Yeah. So hopefully this doesn't boil over. You can tell Bill Self can't stand having to placate this kid, but he's doing it.
Yeah.
And that's it.
He has to, because if he plays, they can win a national championship.
Question.
Yeah. They're that good.
No question. He really can't be guarded. Like he's not that big. Like DeBonce's big.
Oh, he's like 6'5", right?
Yeah, I mean, he's not small, but he's also not...
He's not super built. Debanza looks more NBA body ready.
Right. Debanza is like, he jumps off the page at you, and Peterson is a little bit more subtle, but my God, he's like Kobe Bryant. He is shifty, and he's mid-range king. So, anyway, whatever.
Well, on the plus side...
Get healthy, you little bitch.
Well, that's kind of
get your ass out there.
That's kind of the nice part is, when Debanza got to BYU, there was that, what's this guy going to be like? And he's been a dream. Like everyone there loves him.
Yeah, he seems
he's
like
a
cool
hero
kid
on campus. Like his teammates love him. And meanwhile, on the other hand, it kind of feels like everyone at Kansas is like,
would you trade? You want Peterson? We'll take DeBonsa.
Peterson's certainly better, but no. At a place like BYU, I think you're better off getting a slightly lesser player and look, he's still going to be the number 2 or number 3 player in the NBA draft. I think I'd rather have someone that's slightly worse, but is completely bought in. And he may figure that out in the NBA, and it won't matter because he's that good. But guys like that, I don't know. More often than not, eventually that stuff comes back to bite you in the ass. And he may just be the guy. He may be the Randy Moss that he's just so good it doesn't matter. But I don't know, man. That stuff gives me the. And if I was an NBA team and I'm drafting that and that is my future, I'd be real careful because at some point, if your whole life has been about you, why would it be any different in the NBA? You just have more money, you have more fame, you have more at your disposal. Your family's thinks you're more important. And we know that like being great in the NBA, just being a singular force, it very rarely leads to anything.
Well, imagine him going to Sacramento, who has the worst record right now.
Yes.
He would take advantage of that situation so badly.
They're perfect for each other. Like, that's where he would go and eventually average 25 points a game, and it matters not, and the team sucks.
Yeah.
And he's in and out of the lineup.
If he wants to be a truly great one, he has to figure it out. And the problem is in college basketball now, the coaches, as you said, are kind of held hostage to how good these players are, and you're paying them so much money. You can't really tell him to be like, we need you to play, because he'll be like, well, F it. I'm going to go be the number 1 pick. I don't even care. Yeah. And so they're kind of held hostage in that situation, and then they got to learn in the NBA, and the NBA caters to him as well. So I'm with you.
It's the system now.
Yeah, it's the system. And
the whole
hopefully he figures
basketball.
out, because to your point, he is awesome when he plays.
Yeah, the whole basketball system from AAU on up is they just coddled.
And nowadays too, I mean, it's been that way for a long time, but now that kid's, I'm guessing Peterson is probably worth already what, 5, 6?
Yeah, I'm guessing he's probably getting $5 to $6 million this year.
And then whatever he got out of high school, because he's getting paid then too. So I mean, this kid's a millionaire, and his family's his family's not millionaires, but the family is certainly feeding to the trough, it sounds like. And so you have all the old entitlement of the AAU system, but now you've thrown a couple $1 million on top of it, and then you get into the whole like Crash Davis, Bull Durham. You don't need a blow palm stereo system. You need a curveball. Good luck telling the kid that's got $5 million that's the best player in the country. Good luck telling him that something he's doing is wrong, or something he's doing is not in his best interest. It's hard to get through to people like that when everything they do has been successful.
That's one of the main things I learned when I worked with the Blazers. Is my boss told me that. He goes, it's easy to judge a guy on his talent and his skill level. The hardest thing to judge is, can they adjust to the NBA game? Because you can't just go from one to the other, because these guys have been so successful for 20 plus years playing one way. To change anything is going to take a lot, and a lot of these guys don't want to do it.
Yeah. That's why everyone stagnates in the NBA. Look, I'm not trying to throw shade at sore calf, Shaedon Sharpe, who Shaedon Sharpe has as much athletic ability as anyone in the NBA. I mean, that guy was born to be a basketball player, right? Tall, lanky, can jump out of the gym, freak athleticism. And the knock is that it's just always so easy for him. And look, that guy got what, $90 million?
Yeah, something
like that. And he maybe he is scratching the surface of how good he can be, right? In a couple years, maybe he becomes all NBA everything. But how many guys across the NBA are just like Shaedon Sharpe? And by the time they're in their third year, that is how good they are, and their game never changes. And you sit down with them and you're like, oh, dude, I got $90 million. My next contract's going to be $160 million. And I got Instagram models flying in. I don't have to try that hard. It seems
they
like
fly in for you.
Oh yeah. And all of a sudden it's like, I got a pretty good life.
Zach LaVine right there. Same thing. And that was the knock against Sharpe, even in his first year, was like they were worried, like, this guy even going to work hard? Because he's so talented, he can get by, as you said, just going half speed. He's going to be good anyways.
In places like Portland where you don't have what you're looking for, you just fly it in. It's like Uber Eats, but with hots.
Right. It's like someone to walk with you, but, something to lay with
something
you.
else.
Somebody said just be glad he doesn't have a known gun fetish and an Instagram addiction.
Yeah.
That's a Ja Morant joke there.
Well, that is a great
That's
example. Ja Morant was second team All NBA, and they had the second best record in the NBA 2 years ago. And Ja Morant could not garner a single first-round draft pick.
The NBA gave him to be the face of the league. They wanted him to be the face of the league, and he squandered that. Now he can't be traded for a first-round pick. Yeah. That's how far he's fallen.
Did you guys see we had a turn back the clock brawl last night in the NBA?
Oh man, I was so disappointed when I heard that. I saw the thing like the 90s are back. I'm like, hell, whatever.
Isaiah Stewart, man.
Not a single punch was.
Do we not remember Bill Laimbeer and what he did to people?
Yes.
There was a punch thrown, though.
Yeah, but it didn't land, and it wasn't even a good punch. Well, then it's not the 90s. I mean, come on.
Laimbeer was punching dudes and getting personal fouls. That's it.
As NBA brawls go,
it's about as good as you can get.
It was like, ooh, that, it got a little.
Did you see what was the other one? Because there was two.
Houston, Minnesota, and
is it Atlanta?
Yes, Atlanta.
Did you see the bro from Atlanta that got into the cat fight? What bitch is scratching? Look, who was the big white guy for the Hawks? He tried to there was another kerfuffle, and he ended up breaking it up. And someone was clawing him. It looks like he went to a strip club and a stripper got angry at him. The dude's got like big, nasty claw marks all over his neck. I want to know who in the NBA is getting into a cat fight. Like, that's embarrassing.
That is Jock Landale. He is Australian.
Yeah, so look at that guy's neck. Who was doing that? Who was responsible for that? That dude should be suspended.
Hey. NBA guys aren't the toughest, all right?
That guy, I'm sorry, but if you're in a fight with a grown man and your go-to is to scratch a man in his neck, there should be the whatever the 30-game suspension, I want that guy suspended, not for fighting, but for scratching. You had a chance to throw a punch and you decided to scratch a big Australian in the neck. That's ridiculous. And you're telling me that the 90s is back and we're fighting? No, we're not.
Well,
we're going Cardi B and we're scratching people.
Isaiah Stewart is a bit of an animal.
Yes.
And he came off the bench. He was not even
with ice on his
in
knees.
Uniform. He just came off the bench.
Now, he would fit in the 90s.
Dude, he would. He is crazy. Yeah. And they asked him after the game, they were like, well, why did you get in on that? You're not even playing or anything. And he was like, why do you think they brought me here? I was like, that's a pretty cool answer.
Yeah. I can appreciate that. Yeah.
Like old school Pistons.
Yeah. But
he's the one guy that tried to fight LeBron.
That is true.
Yeah.
No one else has ever tried to.
Beef stew.
Yeah.
Still would like to.
LeBron wants no part of Isaiah Stewart.
No. By the way, it was Nas Reed. Go look it up. Nas Reed gave my big Australian guy, whatever that dude's name was. Jock. He gave him some neck kisses and some scratches.
Is he better than Veet?
Yes.
Nas Reed should be embarrassed.
Nas, Veet, and who?
Jock,
Nas, and Veet. There's a...
Sounds like a joke or something.
Threesome.
Head to a bar.
Didn't Beef Stew punch the... He punched the...
Yeah, he's punched everyone.
No, it was it the Corvallis Shack? Who was the big white guy from Oregon
Drew
State?
Eubanks?
Yeah, Drew. Yeah, Beef Stew punched Drew Eubanks. I remember that.
He's the new Ron Artest.
See, there you go. Give me some Ron Artest, and at least that was some
legit scary.
Yeah, someone was like, "Oh man, it was the malice at the." No, it wasn't. Stop it.
Well, we did have a couple. I think we had maybe one punch.
Dude, I see 5-time better fights than that when you go to the Winterhawks, and those are high school kids. High school kids, for God's sakes. I got 17-year-olds out there dropping gloves. Meanwhile, I got Beef Stew running around with ice bags on his
Do you think
knees.
that would save the NBA if they
It'd be pretty cool.
if
Hockey style?
If they started just embracing fights and training their guys and letting them fight?
I have said
like
this.
You have to kick off your sneaks and then you throw up your hands.
The part about the NBA that will always drive me crazy, and most sports like this, I hate I'm going to talk a lot of trash to you, but I don't have to back it up. At least in the NFL, someone gets to hit you, and in hockey, if you're going to do it, you better be able to answer the bell. The NBA would be way better off if you're going to be a little bitch and you're going to cry and you're going to try to shove someone. Okay, well, you got to answer the bell. You want to be a tough guy, Alonzo Mourning, cool, here it is. Here's your chance to prove it. But they won't do it because Kermit Washington almost killed Rudy Tomjanovich.
I like how you're laughing at that.
Well,
he did almost kill him.
He did almost.
It was a great punch.
It was a great punch.
Wait till Darren Peterson gets in the league. He's going to be whipping fools.
I'm sure he's a real tough guy.
Unless he has the flu.
Till beef stew comes off the
Flu-like
bench.
symptoms.
Flu-like symptoms.
All right, let's get to the Winter Olympics. But first, Steven with SportsCenter.
Now, from the George McCoy and Warren Allen Sports Desk, a Sports Center update on the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
First on the Fan, the Pac-12 football schedule will be officially announced tomorrow, but there are some details pointed out about it today. And then one of the details is the final week of the season, the conference is going to have a flex component where the conference can actually switch opponents for schools in that final week to potentially help them get into the college football playoff. And that game will actually not count towards the conference standings. Charlie Woods, the son of Tiger Woods, has committed to play college golf at Florida State. Woods is the 21st ranked golfer in the AGGA rankings. Raiders made it official today, announced Clint Kubiak as a head coach, and during his press conference, he said he can really hopes that the Raiders and Max Crosby can figure out a solution to keep Crosby in Vegas. During Super Bowl week, reports came out that Crosby and the Raiders' relationship had soured enough to where they may be looking to trade the pass rusher. Mike Vrabel told reporters today that despite rookie left tackle Will Campbell's struggles, Campbell will continue to be the Patriots' tackle moving forward. Vegas reported that $133.8 million was bet on the Super Bowl with Nevada Sportsbooks, which is a 10-year low, according to their figures. But despite that, Vegas still reported they won a net of $9.9 million. Three-time Cy Young Award winner Justin Verlander, he's returning to Detroit on a one-year, $13 million deal with the Tigers. Trailblazers beat the 76ers 135-118. Next up for the 26 and 28 Trailblazers is the game on the road against the Minnesota Timberwolves. For more sports scores and stories in 30 minutes, I'm Stephen Vaughn from the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk. Hurt and missing work? Insurance companies acting like jerks. Don't call your mom. Call George McCoy at WarrenAllen.com.
What? Now to the Winter Olympics. They're going on right now. Some cool stuff going down. like a dog running down the alpine track. I don't know if you saw that.
That's the most generic tease. There's some cool stuff going on.
Well, the Winter Olympics are pretty cool.
I did see the dog, and I liked that they kept changing the camera angle. They covered it like, it was a real
cool?
downhill event.
That dog was having a great time.
Hell yeah, man.
Now, I have bad news about the dog.
What, they put it down?
No, they didn't shoot the dog.
They couldn't get it off the ski slopes. They shot it.
No, that is an old video. That's from 2022. But it's still cute. That dog.
It's disappointing.
Out there. Yeah. Big flex, apparently in figure skating. We have an American by the name of, let me get his name here.
We're talking about the quad god?
I don't know. Quad god?
Yeah, he's the quad god. He's the.
Do you know his name?
If you said it, I would know it. He's got the feathered hair. He looks like Jimmy McElroy from Blades of Glory. His parents are Russian, but he's an American.
Yes, his name Ilya.
Yeah, that's the quad god.
Malinin.
Yeah, do the flip.
Yeah, that's the quad god. He's the new bad boy of skating.
Well, he does a flip.
Yeah, he does backflip.
And I don't think people. I was reading about this today because I didn't know, but I don't think people know how crazy that is.
Well, it was illegal.
Right.
So he was the first one to ever do it, and then everyone was like, no, there was a black girl that did it, but then she got kicked out because you're not allowed to do it. It was so dangerous. It was like
this was like in the 70s.
Yeah, it was like the Iron Lotus. You weren't allowed to do it, but now that you can do it, the quad god's out there, and he
does it for no reason.
Yeah, he just does it.
So he has I just want to point out he has blades on the bottom of his feet.
Yeah.
Okay, because it's on ice,
Yeah.
He does a backflip, and it's worth no points. Like so they outlawed it. And then they brought it back. They said, well, you can do it, but we're not going to reward you for it.
Yeah.
You don't get any points for it.
Yeah, so he just does it anyways.
But it's completely insane. He just does backflips for no reason.
Yeah.
On skates.
Yeah.
In his routine at the Olympics.
With feathered hair.
Like, why does he do that?
Because he's the quad god.
I'm sorry. That is a hell of a flex. In this article that I was reading, they said the last great flex to this level was Usain Bolt, who would celebrate before he even crossed the finish line.
Yeah, he would pull up on the 100 meters and kind of start pointing at people.
Yeah, he kind of turn around a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah, we watch the figure skating's a big deal at my house. And so I'm very familiar. If you watch any Olympic coverage, I always laugh because the sponsors will tell you who you should care about. And no one is getting shoved down our throats more right now than the feathered quad god.
The quad god.
Yeah, he's a big deal. There's a hot ice dancer for the US and then the quad god, and they're really pushing those.
Have you been following Canby's own Jackie Wiles?
No. I know Breezy Johnson.
Canby High School's own.
Okay.
Jackie Wiles finished 4th in the women's downhill. She was only 3/10 off of a bronze, 3/10 of a second behind on the bronze.
I do know. I'm not familiar with her, but that was the one where Lindsey Vonn crashed. But Breezy Johnson, she ended up winning the gold. I like when skiers have fun names.
They have great names.
Peekaboo Street.
Yeah.
Breezy Johnson. I don't know if that's a real name, but I kind of want to party. If you told me like, hey, we're gonna go party with my friend. Oh, who's that? It's old Breezy. I'd hang out with Breezy Johnson.
But then Jackie Wiles and her teammate got the bronze in the team event.
Oh.
So a little local love for Jackie Wiles.
I'm also confused that there's way more team events than I realized. Everything now, like the ice skating, I didn't know. Now there's team ice skating and there's team ski. I didn't know that. I thought these were all individual events. But it turns out, nay. More TV coverage. We need more team events.
I like the individual events better.
And I will tell you that none of the people care. So the quad god, this is where I was like, this is how insignificant it is. So he skated in the, I don't know, the team, like, so there's like a team of obviously the U.S. skaters, and then they do their own in a separate event. So the quad god goes out and he does his little routine or whatever. And then that was supposedly it. And they asked him, they're like, hey, if the team needs you to skate like the long program, are you willing to step up and, and to win team gold? And he goes, I'll have to see.
My oldest was so mad. We were watching and he goes, why would he do it for America?
He literally, he got asked the question, are you going to lay it on the line for the team, knowing that he still has his individual?
For your country.
And he just looks at the camera and he's like, we'll see.
Your oldest is principled. I like that
Thank you.
response out of your oldest.
Thank you.
You
That's
know what?
right. Why wouldn't he do it?
Because the quad god ain't getting paid and ain't getting the Wheaties box for winning the team medal. The quad god is getting it for when he stands on the podium by himself with his beautiful feathered hair. Look, the Olympics is not about like glory and winning medals. It's about selling sponsorships. You imagine what that guy is going to earn by winning the individual gold medal? Simone Biles, yeah, she didn't win a lot. She didn't get all the attention for winning team
Who the
gold.
hell knows? Who the hell cares, right?
You win by standing on the podium by yourself.
Did you see Trump called Hunter Hess a loser?
Oh, yeah. Believe me. Boomer Esiason had one of those today.
Who'd he call?
He
a
told
loser?
everyone to shut up and skate, basically.
Wait, why? What?
He said that everyone should just shut up and play your sport and respect what's going on in the country.
He said everybody should pipe down.
Yeah.
Everyone should pipe down, just do their sport and play for our country and respect the flag and respect everything that's going on.
Yeah.
Boomer.
Okay.
Pipe
boomer.
down.
Well,
Pipe down's a good one, though.
I love that. I mean, it's just, I don't want to get into the whole thing, but, that's just the worst. Such a dumb opinion. So we're just worshiping flags. Cool. All right.
Flags.
So whatever happens under your flag, that's where we're fine with that. Yeah.
I know a lot about grass.
What else do I have for you here?
I saw Jake Paul's gal won Olympic gold, but she's not an American. She's from the Netherlands.
Is Jake Paul the slightly better of the Pauls?
He's the boxer.
He's the boxer, but I think he's slightly worse.
He's the worst one, yeah.
Yes.
There's one that's slightly better.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jake Paul was the one that got mad at Bad Bunny. Logan Paul said, I don't agree with that.
Yeah, he's the one that got his jaw broken, but apparently he's engaged to a very hot Dutch speed skater who set an Olympic record and won the gold medal and unzipped her little outfit there and sent the internet ablaze.
Yeah, like you said, it's all about the
marketing, man.
It's all about the money, the the views.
Yeah. I'll tell you what,
It's amazing the way I don't hear any applause for that.
Got some views, man.
And finally, did you see the confession of a Norwegian biathlete?
This is the boldest but also the dumbest move. But I guess it's
look, he was just emotional.
I think it kind of worked though. It sounds like she may be open to, reconciliation.
Yeah, very bold. So he won. This guy's name,
I can pull it up here. I had it.
Yeah, it's hard to pronounce.
I don't know.
I don't know what his name is. It's like Sturla Holm Lagrid.
Well, the Norwegians, the Scandinavians don't have.
You're really obnoxious.
We've got confusing names.
Well, anyway, he won his first medal.
Yeah,
and
he won a bronze in the biathlon.
He was being interviewed after his event, and he breaks down into tears.
Yeah,
he gets very sad. And he says, and I would play it for you, but it's in another language.
Sure.
He says, 6 months ago, I met the love of my life.
Mm-hmm.
And then he says, wait, hold on. I met the love of my life. The most beautiful and kindest person in the world. You see where this is going? This is going to be beautiful.
It's not. It's going to get ugly.
And then he says, 3 months ago, I made the biggest mistake of my life and was unfaithful. And I told her about it a week ago.
Hey, when you're a biathlete...
And then he says, this is the worst week of my life. Yeah. So I think it worked because now she's...
Sounds like the reports is that she's like, open to...
Well, he just won a medal.
Yeah.
She's like, all right. You're good. I think I can piggyback
so
off
his
that.
whole thing was, I guess, if he made an ass of himself on TV, he would show her how committed he was to making it right.
Well, it seems sincere.
That bronze medal, all of a sudden she's like, wait, I want some of that biathlete bronze medal. In Norway, when you're Norwegian.
I love Norwegia.
Yeah, Norwegia.
Have you ever been to Norwegia?
It's great.
Sounds like a good place.
It's fantastic.
Like in Norway,
Germany's a great city.
If you win a medal during like the Winter Olympics, you're like a hero. Like that's...
Yeah.
I think you get to cheat for free when you win a medal in Norwegia. I think that's the way it works. Sweetlandia is the same thing.
God.
Maybe not a bronze. If you won the gold, you can cheat. Bronze, you can just do some hand stuff.
You can ask.
Maybe over the top. Second base at best.
I did it here.
Isn't that the whole point of the Olympic Village is they just hand out condoms and everyone gets it on?
That's the whole point of making the Olympics. Go to the village.
Yes, that's the whole thing. Plus the Scandinavian people, they're a very erotic people. They're a very passionate people. Can't be expecting
I'm
them.
gay, I'm gay, I'm gay.
Can't be expecting them to just shoot and ski and not get it on.
Deal said he totally misunderstood the bi part of the biathlete. He's not a biathlete. He's a biathlete.
Again, you want to talk about a weird sport? My daughter today, we were watching it on the couch, and she was confused about why slalom skiing is its own entity. And I was like, of all the strange sports, that's the one that you think is weird? There's like 1,000 weirder sports than the slalom skiing. You're going to cross-country ski, and then you stop every now and then and shoot some things. That's an Olympic sport.
By the way, if you want the updated medal count, the United States is lacking. We're 5th.
Well, we don't do very good in the Winter Games.
We're at 7 total medals. Norwegia is leading with 12.
Those damn Norwegians. I'm telling you.
The Norwegians.
Those guys are so good.
All right. There's your Winter Olympics update.
The Japanesees are also quite good.
That you didn't know you needed. Did you say the Japanesees?
I've been informed by the BTJ that winter sports in Japan, a big deal. Her late mother, God rest her soul, had a giant crush on a speed skater. Apparently, he was the original Otani. Big deal over there.
What about Hideki? Are they mourning the loss of the Waste Management Phoenix Open this weekend?
I don't know.
I thought you meant Hideki Arabu.
He's probably
Ain't nobody got time for
back
that.
over there getting it in, having a great time.
We will wrap up the hour next on The Fan. Not to tout college basketball, but I'm
Tout it
going
away.
to. There have been some really good games lately.
Yeah.
I mean, the product is getting better. So Purdue was beating Nebraska tonight by about 25 points.
Yeah.
It is now 68-66 with 27 seconds left. Good little ball game in the Big Ten. I don't know if you saw it, but Duke North Carolina beat Duke on a last-second buzzer
Dude, that
beater
thing was crazy.
over the weekend.
Yeah, that was a great game.
Illinois and Michigan State was a barn burner on Saturday. And then, of course, my Jayhawks beating Arizona. Your Cougars.
We're taking it to Baylor right now. Debance's got 36.
Yeah, you guys were down. I think you guys were down 13 in that game.
Yeah, now we come roaring back. And then, of course, Indiana and Oregon. Oh, wait.
Well, yeah, they got blown out by Indiana, but
Yeah, Indiana.
Biddle's back.
Indiana officially owns Oregon now.
Oregon was close against Purdue.
Yeah, they were.
Have they lost 13 in a row?
It's a lot. Whatever.
They've lost.
I think it's 11.
It's a lot.
I stopped counting after about 7.
Yeah, it's not good.
Yeah. Who had Indiana just kicking the hell out of you in both sports?
Well, guys, I looked up War Daddy.
Me too. Did you find out about Lafayette G. Poole?
What?
He's the War Daddy.
Well, no, I said I went to Chat GPT.
Oh, I Googled.
And I put in what is a War Daddy in the game of football.
Oh.
And it says, in American football, War Daddy is a piece of slang used to describe a player who combines exceptional toughness with high ability, someone who dominates physical play and brings force and effort every down.
I don't know if I was a War Daddy.
I don't think
Kenyon
you were.
Sadiq, a War Daddy.
Kenyon Sadiq seems like a War Daddy.
I feel a little weird, although I do want a shirt that says War Daddy. I looked it up. There's actually a guy. I guess he's the most famous tank commander in U.S. history. His name is Lafayette Green Poole, and he is known as the War Daddy. He's the ace of aces. He is credited with 12 confirmed tank kills and 258 total vehicle and self-propelled gun kills, and over 1,000 German soldiers that he has taken out. He is the War Daddy. So I guess in World War II, like that, when that dude showed up, when old Lafayette showed up, it was your ass, Mr. Postman, and he earned the nickname War Daddy, which, by the way, that dude is legit. And when you're actually the War Daddy and you've killed 12 tanks and like 1,000 German soldiers, yeah, that guy, that's why it's weird to call someone a War Daddy because they play tight end. No. Let's go whoop their ass. Who was that? Kellen Winslow that was always trying to compare football to war.
Soldier. I'm a soldier.
I'm a soldier. Are you?
Don't a lot of guys do that?
Yeah, I know. It's ridiculous.
It is absurd.
Look, I was a pretty good football player. You know what I never had to do? Dodge gunfire.
Going to war every day. Every game. Going to war.
What? Yeah, it's a little hot today. It's kind of humid. But I get Gatorade and I get like ice baths. At no point is someone in a tank trying to shoot me.
Just because we play Indiana doesn't mean it's war.
Dude, some of that stuff, I get it, but we need to tone down some of the rhetoric we get with our the football terms.
All right, the app taking over the campus at Stanford next on The Fan.
Now, from the George McCoy and Warren Allen Sports Desk, a Sports Center update on the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
First on the Fan, the Pac-12 football schedule will be released tomorrow, but there are some details about the conference that are pouring out, including the final week of conference play will have a flex component where the conference can actually switch opponents for schools in that final week to potentially help teams get into the college football playoff. Those games also will not be counted as part of their conference standings. Charlie Woods, the son of Tiger Woods, has committed to play golf at Florida State. Woods is the 21st ranked golfer in the AJGA rankings. Raiders made it official. They named Clint Kubiak as their next head coach, former Seattle offensive coordinator. And during Kubiak's press conference today, he said he really hopes the Raiders and Max Crosby can figure out a solution to keep Crosby in Vegas during Super Bowl week. There were sources saying the relationship between Crosby and the Raiders was so bad that they may have to trade the elite pass rusher before the NFL draft. Mike Vrabel told reporters today that rookie left tackle Will Campbell, despite his struggles, will continue to be the Patriots tackle moving forward. Vegas says approximately $133.8 million was bet on the Super Bowl within Nevada sportsbooks, which is actually a 10-year low, according to their figures, but they did report a net win of $9.9 million for the casinos. Three-time Cy Young Award winner Justin Verlander, he's returning to the Detroit Tigers on a one-year, $13 million deal. Trailblazers, they won their third in a row last night, beats Philadelphia 135-118. Tumani Kamara, career-high 30 points in the dub. Next up for the Trailblazers is the game against the Minnesota Timberwolves on the road. For more sports scores and stories in 30 minutes, I'm Stephen Vaughn from the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk. Hurt and missing work. Insurance companies acting like jerks. Don't call your mom. Call George McCoy at WarrenAllen.com.
Well, my.
We're turning off.
I'm a man. I'm 40.
I'm old. I am dying.
What an exciting time. Go out.
You got baby nuts.
Teams really don't tackle in the fall anyways. How many days would you venture to guess that you would go live anyways?
It's time for the club, baby.
On
105.1 and 1080. The Fan.
Give him hot milk.
Who?
We got little cookies.
Teams really don't tackle in the fall anyways. How many days would you venture to guess that you would go live anyways? Coach? Hello?
Hello.
Oh, we still there.
Hello.
Oh, okay.
Sorry about that.
How about that? You know what that is, Vaughn?
Never forget.
You know what that is?
No.
It's one of my all-time favorite.
Do you want to know what that is?
We love it.
That was our new fearless leader, brand man, Dusty Hera, on his show with Cam Cleland, interviewing on the morning show, mind you, very early in the morning, interviewing Brady Hoke.
At the time, defensive coordinator Brady Hoke of your Oregon Ducks, and my man fell asleep.
He fell asleep.
Coach? Hello?
Hello? All-time great fan moment.
Yeah, the only other fan moment for the fan man that compares to that is when I made fun of him for his poor reception, for being out at
Not from the bottom of the well, mechanic, as Power Key has got
right there.
What's going on now?
So you were saying, you sound like you're in the bottom of a well.
Yes.
And he's like, no, I'm not in a bottom of a well. And then he proceeded to sound like he was in a bottom of a well.
Yes, that warmed my heart. He was doing call-ins from Power Kia. He had to call into our show. And every time he called in, it was worse reception than the next. And I was like, geez, can you not be at the bottom of the well? And he got all pissy about it. I'm not at the bottom of a well as my reception drops once again.
Well,
although I will say, falling asleep when you're not supposed to, like that's one of the more embarrassing things that you could do.
Have you ever done that?
Like football stuff, you unfortunately, like in meetings and like that happens more than you realize. I've fallen asleep at a kid's play. That was kind of one of those.
Did you ever fall asleep like talking to your girlfriend on the phone? Because I did that to Coach Vaughn when we were dating back in the day.
Yeah.
Fell asleep on
You
the phone.
hang
Probably
up.
didn't
No,
go
you.
well.
I think that's happened. Back in the day, I don't know if kids still do that now. They
I don't
probably
think
text.
Kids don't talk. Yeah, they just text.
But yeah, the fall asleep on the phone, I think that was an OG move back in the day. Yeah. No, I forget which. I don't remember exactly which kid it was, but they were doing one of those like 5th grade plays or whatever, and I was coming right from work. It had been a long day or whatever, and I was out. And then I got called out on it. I was like, "What are you talking about?" And they're like, "We saw you." I was like, "Ah, hell." Well, it was dark and I don't know. It was
But just deny. It's like that was no. I was awake.
Yeah, it's not a. No one's ever proud of falling asleep, but it happens. I used to take my kids when they were young. I would take them to the. What was the movie theaters that are like the family living room theaters?
Yeah.
I forget what that was called. It was what I don't know, Cinematopia or something. And there was one that was it was like almost like a round couch. It was almost like a bed. And I would take the kids and I would get them a big thing of popcorn, like a giant soda, and then I would just go sleep. Like we'd all just sit in there and we'd be like watching It's like Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs. And they're like, "Dad," I'm like, "Oh yeah, this is great." And for me, I didn't care. They were entertained. They got popcorn and I got to take like a 2-hour nap.
Yeah, I've done that before.
It was amazing.
If it's a movie you don't want to see, you're like, I'll just sleep. It'll be fine.
Yeah. A movie theater sleep is not the worst thing in the world.
No, it's not. It's a good place to sleep.
But sometimes if it's something that you want, like it's something that you're actually interested in, you fall asleep, then you feel bad.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
But if you don't, the movie theater is a great place to sleep because no one will really hear you snore.
No.
If you happen to,
yeah.
you know,
it's safe. It's a safe spot.
And it's dark.
Yeah. I go to the Broadway shows at the Keller a lot, and you can see dudes fighting it a lot. Because again, a little later in the evening, it's quite warm in there. The lights are down, and it's pretty quiet, and you can see some dudes in there. It's fun to watch the head bob. You see the husbands that are, especially some of the older guys. I've seen that a time or two where the guy in front of you head starts to dip back. You're like, oh man, my guy's feeling it. You got some caffeine in your stat.
We have gotten this twice, and I failed to follow up on it.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Was
here.
former fan producer Alex Crawford in a Super Bowl commercial?
That's like the 3rd time I've seen that text, and I don't know.
Well, Deal has mentioned it, and Dwayne mentioned it.
So what do we know? What commercial?
So Alex Crawford used to work at the Fan. He was the producer for Cam and Dusty.
Cam almost murdered him a couple times.
He's probably the guy that woke up Brady Hoke to talk to Cam and Dusty.
Yeah. He kind of had a voice like this.
He was great.
Think of the most Portland hipster.
Very much.
Yeah, that you could think of, and that's Alex Crawford.
Yeah, I loved Alex Crawford. He was fun.
Yeah. I don't know what.
He's in L.A.
Someone needs to inform us, Deal here. What commercial was it? And then we could look up said commercial.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe you can Google it.
Well, there's no way that Alex Crawford's popping up in a commercial.
Maybe he was featured.
I will tell you though, if you're going to tell me that an ex-employee was in a commercial, it would be Alex Crawford. I could totally see him either working in some sort of seedy LA porn or being in a Super Bowl commercial.
I have been in a commercial before.
You have?
Yeah.
What commercial?
This was back in the day. It was for the NCAA tournament, Capital One. Like they used to have like the little big Vikings guys play basketball or whatever. Mm-hmm. I was one of the extras playing basketball. Really? I got dunked on.
Nice. You got dunked on?
Yeah.
By whom?
One of the big Viking guy. I don't know.
Was it embarrassing?
No. Didn't care.
See, the Bad Bunny trees got paid $1,300.
Is that what that?
They got paid $18.70 an hour, and then they added up all their hours, but each one of them got like $1,300.
So I remember Alex Crawford back when I was a listener. I don't remember if this is his Twitter account, but an Alex Crawford, Dr_Croft, which I think is him. He did have a tweet that said, "Keep your eyes peeled during the Super Bowl. You may see me running across your screen."
Wow. And then he didn't post the actual.
No, he did. He posted the commercial on there.
What commercial?
What is
It's
it?
a Oakley commercial.
Okay, I'll take it. Let's see.
He is followed by all the guys. So Suki follow him, Dirt follows him, Dusty follows him. So I'm assuming it's him. Station follows him. Probably him.
Wow, this Purdue-Nebraska game is awesome.
Oh, is that what you? I was
Dude,
like,
I'm sorry. Yes, I'm watching hoops. I need to stop. I'm such
It's
a
been a
sports-
great game.
It is a great game. Anyway, 5 seconds left. Purdue's up 1. Okay.
Well, I'm busy. I'm watching.
And
this,
they're in overtime.
I'm watching this commercial now, trying to see if I can.
Yeah, let's see if you can.
If I can spot Alex
you
Crawford.
spot Al. We'll come back and I'll tell you about this app that's that all the students at Stanford are using.
That you said I'm gonna hate.
Well, I think you might hate on it. I don't know.
What?
It's very, it's their kids, okay?
Huh?
But it's a modern way that they're getting together.
Huh?
So we'll get to that when we return on The Fan.
Here.
What?
Yeah, we did confirm Alex Crawford in the Oakley ad.
Yeah, and he's like
quite prominently.
Yeah, he's prominently. They show him like twice.
Yeah. He looks good.
Yeah, he's on there with it's like
Yeah.
a couple famous people. There's that Ice Show Speed guy, Marshawn Lynch.
Who's the Spike Lee was in it.
Yeah, Spike Lee was in it, and then like Crawford's running through
Akshay Bhatia was in it.
Yeah, Crawford's running through the desert, and he asks if it's for Oakley Meta glasses.
Yeah,
and they ask if vultures eat humans.
How about that?
Yeah.
I wonder what he got paid for that. Should I ask him? I'm going to text him.
Yeah, text him. His thing is actor, host, and filmmaker. So
yeah, he made that Oregon State film. Remember that?
Yeah.
He had a screening here before he left.
He did a USFL promo commercial as well. So he's down there getting it done in LA. Go Crawford. He was always a very creative individual.
Yeah, he is very creative.
Down there mixing it up in LA, driving around in a station wagon. Again, very, very Crawford of him.
Hold on, I'm testing. Well, I can't just ask him. I haven't talked to him forever, so I can't just come out and ask him.
Well,
I have to
maybe text him during the commercial break.
Oh yeah, nah.
You know,
just do something. Dance. Monkey.
The idea of you taking a segment to text Alex Crawford.
I'm not going to take a segment. Just shut up. Say something funny.
The vast majority of people right now are like, "Who the hell is Alex Crawford, and why are you texting him how much he made in an Oakley commercial?"
Well, he's very famous. How much do you think he made?
I'll go 20 G's.
No way.
Yeah.
No.
He's in there a bunch.
Way less.
Way less?
Yeah.
I think I got 300 to be an extra.
Totally.
But he's not an extra.
I know. Back in 20.
There was 6 people in that commercial. 3 of them were quite famous.
Yeah.
All right, maybe I'm saying at least 10, and he got a bunch of free Oakley products.
2009. That's when I did it.
I'm gonna say he got $1,000 and some Oakleys.
I'll go right in the middle. Yeah. 6. I'll go 6.
I think Oakley pays pretty well, right?
Probably.
Well,
I think you're paying that much for a Super Bowl.
A Super Bowl commercial that adds like 7. Although most of that's probably going to Marshawn Lynch, but still.
I was gonna say, yeah, you're not. I don't know. I just feel like they always take advantage of people in those situations because they know that those people want to be in. Like
that makes sense.
It's very important for them to be in them.
Yeah.
And they know that they don't have to pay them a ton.
That is
now Alex may be a big star by now. I don't know, but I don't know. I sent him a text. Okay, I'll let you know.
You want those Meta glasses? Do you?
No.
Nor do I. That's another one. That's that thing about like Stanford. Like I don't understand the idea of like so now we can film everything and then like the end of it is like Meta post this to Instagram because that's what we need more of is real-time video being posted to Instagram. The NBA I guess is doing this. Adam Silver and the NBA has contracted 200 top California influencers to descend upon NBA All-Star Weekend and produce NBA content. I'm sure it's going to be amazing.
Now I want to watch.
Yes.
You know, it's quite possible that Alex Crawford is one of those 200.
I could see that. Yeah. The old influencer. What baffles me is it seems like everyone hates influencers, and yet they're all really popular and they're all making a lot of money.
Not everyone hates influencers, just old people like us. You got to remember, we're old, man. But we're out of the loop. Yeah. You're a boomer.
My kids love the YouTube influencers.
They love the influencers.
Those are the famous
like
people.
Like you talk
now.
about I Show Speed, they love that guy.
Yeah, like if you ask any kid, not even a kid, ask a 25-year-old who's famous.
It's those influencers.
They're not saying Brad Pitt, dude.
What a time to be alive. A bunch of influencers at NBA All-Star Weekend.
It's actually pretty neat.
Sure, it's fantastic.
So at Stanford, here is the app that has taken the students at Stanford by storm. And, of course, one of these students came up with the app.
Okay.
His name is Ben Rosenfeld. And his new gig, he released something called Date Drop, which is a matchmaking platform. It launched in September and immediately took over conversation across campus.
Okay.
They're always talking about who they want to be matched with, who they are matched with, who their friends are matched with. Said Rosenfeld, who is a senior majoring in data science. Okay, so Date Drop has students answer 66 questions about their values, lifestyle, and political views, and their responses are fed into an algorithm to pair with compatible students. So matches drop every Tuesday night at 9. So apparently at Stanford, it's become a thing where you huddle in your dorm, and or the library, or whatever.
Yeah.
And you find out who the algorithm has chosen for you that week. And apparently there's like 5,000 students at some 5,000 students at Stanford have used date drop for dates.
Oh,
see, I thought you'd take a dump on that because you'd be like, oh, get out and, meet people.
I would say that, yes, but kids aren't going to do that. So
exactly. These are nerdy kids.
Well, and it seems like an easy way to get laid, which is all anyone's trying to do. But I do think that this is just, it's one of those that this wouldn't obviously be for me. It's just it's troubling how little we're asking young people to have any sort of interaction with any sort of real human being.
Ooh.
That I don't know. That's like one of those where I don't fault anyone for it. Like I totally get why that would be fun. I mean, the idea of sitting in college and then you mentioned like once a week.
Yeah, every Tuesday night.
Every Tuesday night, you just get to see a new batch, and you're like, these people you are going to get along with.
No, I think it's just one.
Oh, it's just one.
It's just one.
Oh,
it is weird that
every week.
Kids wanted to have an app tell you who you're compatible with.
Yeah. It's odd to us, but I can see
for them,
why.
Yes.
For them, because it says in here, they're talking about how they're fine meeting people. Yeah. They just don't want to go through
the process,
the whole process of these crappy ass dating apps and bad dates. And like if you think about it, it is pretty streamlined. Yeah. Like you ask a bunch of, hopefully the questions are good.
Yeah.
And, it spits out a person for you. That way you don't have to filter through the crap.
Yeah.
Maybe it doesn't work with that person, but you give it a shot, and then you try the next person.
I mean,
it's like fast forward.
So I think that would make more sense for a little bit older. I think when you were young, that would be more about, get out and, see what happens. Have some drinks. But for someone, see, this would make more sense if you could do this on a grander scale. Like, because once you get into your 30s or 40s, and do you have kids, don't you have kids, are you religious, non-religious? When you're young, dude, you should just be willing to do whatever. But at a certain point, I knew, like, when I was single, there were, like, deal breakers for me, right? And so that would, like, I could see some benefit to being, like, when I met someone and you went on a date, one of the first things was just, like, can we just not waste time? Like, do you want kids? Are you okay with someone having kids? Are you religious? Like, and it would be like, dude, if any of those things are, like, are a big deal to you, you're not going to like me. And so like that seems like something like this will become, if this is taking Stanford by storm, this will get, I would buy stock in this.
Yeah, I was going to say.
On a bigger platform.
It says more than 5,000 Stanford students have used date drop at a school with about 7,500 undergrads. It has spread to 10 other colleges, including Columbia, Princeton, and MIT. Yeah. And date drop just raised $2.1 million in venture capital funding. I'm with you. If I had extra cash laying around they wanted my cash, I would invest in that.
Yes. I feel like that will be a winner. And it doesn't sound that much different than dating apps normally where you fill out your likes and you can filter through it. But the idea that the computer's kind of doing the...
Well, and it's just on the campus.
Exactly.
That changes things. It's not a huge... Yeah. It says students huddle in the dorm rooms and libraries to find out who the algorithm chose for them. Some take to Fizz, a discussion forum, to complain. My date drop was chopped, one student wrote, using a slang term for unattractiveness. Yeah. Those who like what they see often wind up at On Call Cafe, a popular date spot that offers students a free beverage if they show up with their first match of the quarter.
Okay.
The growth, fans say, reflect a reality about many college kids. They're intimidated by real-life courtship and overwhelmed by the endless scroll of dating apps. Entrepreneurial students have found huge demand for alternate matchmaking tools, which I think is cool.
Yeah. I just wish that I don't know where kids are supposed to learn social skills anymore, but maybe they don't care. But I hear that from a ton of people. It's like, oh, I saw this girl. Did you talk to her? No. Well, I'm not just going to go up to someone. I'm like, oh. Maybe if I see her on an app.
Yeah, this says a lot of people at Stanford place so much emphasis on success in other areas aside from social interaction, so it just naturally falls to the wayside. People just struggle with striking conversations in general, let alone romantic interactions. It's true. This doesn't work you go to freaking Oregon, you don't need this. You just get out and get drunk.
I'll bet you, though, that
at Stanford, it's different.
I'll bet you this still works at Oregon, though.
It would work at Oregon.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just saying it's more like, you notice the schools that picked it up,
yeah,
Columbia, MIT. It's the nerdy kids who are really high achievers that are busy.
Sure. Yeah.
But there's also a lot of people that just don't know how to talk to people. And so this would be a great way to just, hey, I'm going to zero in on one person.
I hear that from people all the time. It's like, how do you meet people? And you're always like, you could talk to them. But like, I don't know, there's a whole stigma behind it now. It's like no one, I don't know. It's just, we're getting, that's a larger problem. That's not just a kid thing. That's just in general. We're just living our life behind a screen. And I forget who it is. We've talked about him, and you actually remembered his name. But there's a guy that has a great speech out there that's like telling young people, I understand you guys don't want to drink. Go out, drink, make poor decisions, meet people.
You're talking about Scott Galloway.
Scott Galloway, yeah.
Yeah, there's a kid at Princeton who said, at Princeton we have so much pressure to not be the guy to embarrass yourself. Like, it's not normal at Princeton to get drunk and throw up in the corner of a bar.
Sure.
Right, where it is on most college campuses.
Yeah.
Princeton, it's different. And so he goes, this is great because if it goes wrong, everyone will know. Otherwise, you don't want to be the guy that's known for embarrassing himself.
Yeah.
So it's schools like that this is very helpful.
Isn't it weird that like that's being like you can go out and have a drink and talk to someone and not be drunk in a and throw up in the corner.
But college.
Yeah.
It gets wild.
Sure.
Yeah.
I don't know. I went to BYU.
Where it doesn't get wild.
Does not get wild.
Touche.
Yeah. Get too much caffeine and whoa, Nelly. I wonder if that would work at BYU. I think at BYU you just meet someone and then you get married like a week later.
I think that would work at BYU. Because how do you, like, when you go to BYU, like, how do you hook up? Well, you don't really hook up.
I had to.
How do you soak?
Well, I had a filter process. Like, when you were like me at BYU, you had to kind of go through, like, you had to be careful and you had to play your cards very close to the vest and then, like, try to see if they were, like, a degenerate like you. So, like, what do you think of the rules? like you had to slowly kind of roll it out. And then the best was, like, you'd go to someone's house and you would see, like, a girl from class or another athlete that you knew, and maybe she was doing something, and you're like, oh, my God, like, you're normal. And then they're like, you too. You're like, and then you guys could hang out and go from there.
Do it.
Yeah. BYU is a very weird, like, yeah. I think this would work for BYU. Like, if you had a site that let BYU students let other BYU students know that you were not, hey, I'm cool.
Yeah, because one of the questions would be like, do you do bad things?
But then I feel like someone would infiltrate that and start ratting you out.
How do you do that? How do the Mormies?
Again, it's a
sniff around.
It's a trial and error. It's a feel process.
You don't ask. You don't like, hey.
Well,
do you like blow?
If you like the person, you don't want to just come out because like that's.
Yeah, you don't want to out yourself.
Yeah.
You have to feel her
off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've had that a time or two. Where like you like open up your you invite someone over and then you open up your fridge and like there's beer and then they freak out and you're like, oh my God.
So dumb.
Yeah. Stuff like that happens.
Okay, so Alex got back to me.
Okay.
And when we get back, he told me how much he made for the Oakley.
He was honest about it.
So former fan personality Alex Crawford was in a Super Bowl ad.
Mm-hmm.
Millions of people watching for Oakley.
Yes.
And
$7 million that commercial cost to run.
He even has a line in the ad.
Mm-hmm.
So he's running in the desert, and Spike Lee's in it, and there's other famous people. He has told me how much he made. What did you guess?
Well, I think I settled on $10,000 and some Oakleys.
$10K. You said 6K.
6.
I said 1K. We will get to that next on the Fan.
Now, from the George McCoy and Warren Allen Sports Desk, a Sports Center update on the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
First on the Fan, Pac-12 football schedule will be released fully tomorrow, but there are details that are pouring out. For one, the final week of the conference will have a flex component where the conference can switch opponents for schools in that final week to potentially help teams get into the college football playoff, and those games will not count towards your conference record. Charlie Woods, son of Tiger Woods, has committed to play college golf at Florida State. Woods is the 21st ranked golfer in the AJGA rankings. Raiders made it official today, named Seattle offensive coordinator Clint Kubiak as their next head coach. And during Kubiak's press conference, he said he really hopes the Raiders and Max Crosby can figure out a solution so they can keep Crosby in Vegas during Super Bowl week. There was reports saying that Crosby and the Raiders' relationship had soured so much that the Raiders were going to have to trade him before the NFL draft. Mike Vrabel told reporters today that despite rookie left tackle Will Campbell's struggles, Campbell will continue to be the Patriots' left tackle moving forward. Approximately $133.8 million was bet on the Super Bowl within Nevada sportsbooks, which is a 10-year low for Vegas, according to figures from the state gaming control Vegas did also report, though, that they did win a net of $9.9 million. 3-time Cy Young Award winner Justin Verlander, he's returning back to Detroit, where he started his career. Tigers signed him to a one-year, $13 million deal. Trailblazers won their third straight game last night, beating the 76ers. Tuman and Kamara led the way, 30 points. Trailblazers 26-28 after the win will now head on the road to take on Minnesota. For more sports scores and stories in 30 minutes, I'm Stephen Vaughn from the Georgia Quiet Worn Out Sports Desk. Hurt and missing work. Insurance companies acting like jerks. Don't call your mom. Call Georgia Coy at WarrenAllen.com.
Here.
So the listeners tipped us off. I did not notice it. I didn't even see the Oakley ad.
I didn't see the Oakley ad either.
But it was a Super Bowl ad, $7 million. And our old friend Alex Crawford.
Hey, man.
Hey, man. It's me, Alex. Producer, Dusty and Cam.
Cool dude, like real fun guy.
Yeah. One of the more creative people to ever come through this.
Very much so.
This building.
Lives in L.A. He's from California. He moved back to L.A. He did a documentary on the old Oregon giant killer. Oregon State giant killers.
Yeah.
You can look it up. It's pretty good. He makes films. He's in the industry.
Yeah.
Okay. So he gets cast in this, and he's running in a desert, and the listeners pointed it out, and we just watched it. And so I texted him. I said, "How much money did you make for that?" You said 10 G's.
10 G's
and some Oakleys.
And some Oakleys. You know you had to get hooked up with some Oakleys.
Steven, $6K, and I said $1K. He responded, he said, I got a standard SAG day rate, which is like $1,000, but I will get paid based on how often it airs and where it airs. So in like 3 months, I'm hoping to get a big check.
Huh.
So I'm still talking to him about what that means and like what's that rate.
So circle back in 3 months.
Yeah. You think he'll get a big check?
I don't know. I mean, he said he hopes, right? I mean, I don't even know what a big check is. So if you got paid, say you got a SAG rate with $1,000.
Yeah.
I'm assuming a big check would be $10,000. Like,
yeah, maybe.
That seems like it would be a good check.
Right? Yeah. to do that?
Well,
That's
we'll
tough.
see what he
Like when you're, I've seen enough of those. Like when you're like an actor down there and you're trying to put together work like that. That's a tough life, man. But like SAG, you get like insurance out of it and stuff. So just working, but that can be a grind down there. But he's that sort that will always do that. I can't picture that guy sitting and working in a cubicle somewhere. It's not really.
No chance.
Yeah, just not that guy. Standard SAG rate. Still grand, man. Probably pretty cool to know that you're going to be in a Super Bowl commercial, too.
Yeah, he shot me a picture of the behind the scenes of it.
Yeah.
He says it was really cool to book it, but they had him running in the desert in some crazy medieval torture device type thing.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It's just like, I don't know why he's in that, but he's in, you know, like it's like a weighted vest type of thing, and he's got some, because on his head, it's the GoPro camera, and then he's got, I don't know.
That's the whole point of like the meta glasses is you can, you know, you can film whatever you're doing. That may be the oldest thing that I have is I just do not understand why everyone wants to film everything they're doing.
Especially just running.
I know. I see people with that all the time, like when they're like riding their bike or out running and they're filming. Everyone at the gym does it now. I can't tell you the number of times I'm at a gym and someone's setting up a tripod and you're like, you're not, I mean, clearly you're not like a model. You're just like a normal looking person. You're not trying to like set a PR or anything. You're just filming your workout. And
what if they're an influencer? And they're getting views, clicks, bro.
Yeah, I don't know.
Do you think they're just doing it to watch back to see that their form's good?
But like, really, like, I've been working out for like 35 years. I'm like, let me check this form on this random Tuesday bet. Like, really? You're studying? Now she can shop for hot young boys. You're studying game film of like I don't know. That's one of those things that is just a generational thing that I just don't. My brain can't compute it. Do you film your golf game?
I was just about to say I don't like to do that because I hate how it looks.
Yeah.
Like I don't want to see all that everything that's wrong with it. It's like why would I want to watch myself lift weights? Gross.
Yeah,
I'm all fat.
I don't know.
I don't want to see my body.
Terrible form. Yes. I don't want to see that. Like how vain are you that you're looking at videos of your own of something so mundane of you do like I'm going to film myself I don't know, brushing my teeth. Oh, yeah.
Well, they want to catch Suk staring at him so that they can post it. Who's that creepy bald guy with the beard staring at me?
There's as many guys as there are girls that film their workouts.
No way.
We got a couple guys, I don't want to call anyone out, but we got guys that do this like at jiu-jitsu. And I'm like, what? We're just a bunch of like middle-aged dads like out here. And then like afterwards, they always want to take like photos. And then I'm like, they're like, let's take our shirts off. I'm like, what? Suk, you want to get in this photo? No, I don't. I'm going to leave now. It's just like, I don't know. Everyone always wants to now. And we got one guy that does like bits. He's always trying to, he's a nice guy. And he's not a kid either. He's like in his 30s. He's got kids himself. But he's doing bits where he wants you to participate in skits. And I'm just like
for the gram, man.
He's a TikToker.
Yep, he's a talker. You gotta get the views.
Gotta get the tickies.
Gotta go viral.
Just don't.
You just never know.
That will be one of those things that I will go to my grave, and I'm not like if that's what makes you happy, knock yourself out.
Content.
Yeah, I just will not. My brain just doesn't. I couldn't do it. I would feel like such a chaunch and like the biggest tool in the world to be like, check this out. Watch
I just got done working out, world. Look what I did.
Well, as radio hosts, we have to come up with 4 hours of content every day.
Yeah, maybe that's what it is.
Imagine everything you do in your life is for content. Like, because I will say this, and I think you're the same.
Yeah.
Outside of these 4 hours, there is nothing
none.
I do for content. Not
Zero.
one thing.
Not one bit. Not only that, but it makes me uncomfortable to be in content if it's not this.
Listeners, you'd be surprised. They're pretty boring off the air.
It's true. He's not wrong.
Well, I think one of the reasons we work because we don't kill each other is neither one of us is like that. Like, there are people that we would be better off if we were both self-promoters, but we don't. The Stephen A. Smiths of the world, there's no shame. Having shame and some sort of like dignity is the worst thing you can have in our business. And unfortunately, like we have it. And
Caitlin Clark is white.
If we just
Yeah. You got to be shameless.
just lost it.
You're not even a real human. You're just a bit. You're just an ongoing bit, churning out content.
Like, I want you on here now posting golf scores. I want you coming on here and be like, yeah, don't mind me. I just shot a 74 today. No big deal. Yeah, guys, I was lifting today. I was using 100-pound dumbbells. This is pretty sweet.
You guys think my elbow's getting a little loose? My right elbow. You guys take a look at this.
Drop it down in the comments.
Yeah, drop it down in the comments. Make sure you hit that like button. God.
Just don't get it. Get this.
Well, I get it. I'm just glad I'm old.
Yeah.
And I don't have to participate in those reindeer games.
I'm also happy, too, that none of my kids are into that. Like, they don't. I couldn't handle if my kids were that way. You imagine there's someone just at your house and they're constantly filming crap, and I couldn't. And thank God none of my kids are interested in that at all. And that this, whatever God you believe in, someone blessed me with 3 children that don't do that. I told you I was at a Winterhawk game, and we had really, really good seats. We were just a couple rows behind the net, and there was just this tasty fight that broke out right in front of us. Some nice blood on the ice. I mean, it was a good Donnybrook. And there was a guy who had better seats than us. He was front row, best seat in the house, right behind the net. And his kid, who had to be about 17, I thought he was filming the fight. No. He was doing selfie Snapchat. He's had his phone up, and he was flipping his hair and I just looked down at the dad, and you could tell that the dad was just dying a little bit inside. To the dad's credit, he didn't say anything. He didn't make fun of his kid, nothing. But you could just see the sadness. I wanted to go give the dad a hug and be like, it's all right, man.
It's not your fault, man.
It's not your fault. Nothing you can do. But that kid just, I won't forget his face. Just staring, and he was staring at himself. He was literally staring at his own face on Snapchat, making sure his hair was
Probably got a lot of live viewers, though.
Dude, Crawford just shot me this table that explains the pay for
the SAG stuff.
Yeah, you know that ad with who's oh god, who's Will Ferrell's bro in
John C. Reilly.
John C. Reilly?
Yeah, you know the ad with John C. Reilly where he's like trying to compete.
Yeah, the professor, the confusing.
Yeah,
yeah,
that's what it is. So I won't even begin to explain to you. It depends on digital use, linear domestic use, theatrical industrial use.
Linear. It's all about linear.
Foreign use, social media. He gets paid different rates for different.
Of course, the foreign use. Freaking foreigners. It's always the foreign use.
But some of the bigger numbers are like 3,000, 4,000, 5,000.
Okay.
It depends on the views.
Yeah.
13 weeks, 10 and 15. Yeah, I don't know.
I do know if you get on a TV show, you're putting your foot in the cash register. Even if you're like have a crappy.
We're on a TV show.
I'm
not syndication.
Not this TV show.
No.
You gotta get on a real TV show.
What? Ours isn't real?
I don't think so. Like and subscribe. Rob, I need more out of you. I need you to be meta.
You're on YouTube as well.
I'm gonna start putting.
That's great. I do remember when they tried. Do you remember the time when they tried to come to us about all this? Like when all this was new, and they're like, "We're really going to need you guys. Like things are changing. We're really going to need you guys to change, and we got to get you on YouTube. We got to film this every day. We got to do this. You guys got to do bits. You got to do." We have done none of that, and we're still here.
I want live updates of the golf course, and I'm just going to start talking about my sweet workouts every day.
I don't even have an account to post live from.
I know, me neither. I got Twitter. Can you go live on Twitter? Yeah. Got to get on the gram, man.
All right, we'll wrap it up next on the Fan.
That's 50.
Well, final note from Alex Crawford to all the fan listeners. He says,
What's up? Says, what's up? It's me, Alex.
but he said it could be anywhere. It's looking like anywhere between 8 to 10K residual check.
Nice.
In May. Could be, if it airs a ton, over $50,000.
Oh, my God.
Could be. He said he doesn't know, and in the meantime, he's going to keep bartending, waiting tables, and auditioning. So he is hustling down there.
Sounds right. It could be about 10 G's.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, yeah. I think he'll get some. It sounds like he's thinking he will get some, but he really wants it to be a lot.
Yeah. I don't know if that one's going to take off. I didn't see that commercial ranked in any of the.
No. Yeah.
Someone is saying now there's a Pray app, and you you literally live stream your prayers, and then like
nice
people can give you like tips and
on how to pray or
no like
what you're praying
they
about?
they can give you money for your prayer. I think might be a Wahlberg thing. I think some of the celebrities are doing that come pray with me thing. Chris Pratt I think does that, so we can now.
What?
You can live stream your prayers, man.
I'm gonna start doing that.
Like and subscribe. I would pay to watch you pray.
Oh, you would?
100%.
Sounds like I have a business,
dude. I want to see your daily prayer. Yes, yes, yes.
All right. Well, the enthusiasm has me thinking.
You're telling me we don't have people that want to see Isaac Rob's prayers? Let's go.
All right, everybody have a great night. We are back tomorrow, 3 to 7 on Thinking It.
Friendships of space.